microphone. And this thing too. Also, I put on the that noise canceller thingamabob. That might be a little bit better.
Noise suppressor?
Yeah. I put on the RNN noise because I think this computer should be able to handle it, especially if we're just literally just streaming webcam bullshit.
Oh, look at my fucking wings, brah.
This just in, tonight at 7.
I have horns.
Breaking news about mini painting.
Your character can eat his heart out now. I got better horns.
Oh. Oh.
I don't know, I got a Sarac over here with some pretty thick horns.
Hey, homie.
It's reversed, my brain doesn't work that way. I can't point at stuff.
We're here.
I have a plan.
You have a plan.
You guys chat it up, and I'm gonna pop on to listen to the stream on my computer real quick.
Oh, I brought
Okay.
earphones so we can listen to it.
On his.
Would you mind throwing those over here? You can still do your thing if you want, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna be so
That's
smart,
the
how
joy
crazy
it's on. Tell me your buckets are.
plan to fix it on your own, then I mean,
headphones.
what's even the point?
Headphones. Listen, I'm not saying the headphones don't just suck though. Let's see. Gonna check my stream.
My stream.
Ow.
Gotta check on my stream. I should do that.
Oh, you sound so nice.
Blah 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
You wanted
Okay.
me.
I currently don't hear any music. That's because there's no music playing.
Whoa.
So when I first started, it was on some weird funky ass shit.
Funky.
I was just like,
You
what
sure it
is
wasn't
this?
the two musics playing at the same time?
I
that
don't
were
know.
like-
I mean, it might have been.
I think that might have been
Sounds
what
really
it was.
good.
I hear myself.
I don't want to
Put
hear
both in and cover your
myself.
ears also because y'all are loud.
No.
I am so loud.
And we're also talking right in front
Singing
of you.
a song, tapping on the
This is
table.
my favorite Harry Potter
I
song.
can hear the vibrato that you naturally have in your voice.
A combination of the new mic and that noise filter is like really, really good. Okay.
Vibrato in my voice.
Welcome to the stream, man.
Welcome to the shit show.
Thank you. That sounds like crystal gel for your nail.
No.
I only thought of her because I looked in the mirror earlier, and you know what I'm talking about, Angelina, that comedian specifically with that joke. Her ponytail in most of her acts is like this weird pop in the back,
Oh yeah.
and I was just like, "Stop it! I don't need it." But also, it's cute.
I kind of like the. I mean, I can't picture what she looks like, but isn't that kind of what Ariana Grande kind of tends to do with her little pop ponytail?
I can't be an artist.
What are we painting today?
Painting
Brethren.
today. The same thing we paint
Same.
every week, Pinky.
Oh, you want me to zoom?
Yeah.
I don't remember what the hotkey is to zoom. Let's make. Hi everybody, it's me.
Mario, I'm painting a crocodile.
I'm painting.
You see me twice. Yeah.
Down a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
It's a big demon thing.
I'm painting some number of.
Where's the other camera that I'm supposed to be looking at to like show? Is it
It's
the same one?
camera. Yeah.
Oh.
I am painting a number of Goliathy
We
people.
could set up another hand camera, I guess.
Be good.
I
It wouldn't be very hard. It'd be actually
We already
super easy.
we already
I
have
need
one.
that just like looks down at only me and what I'm doing.
Preach. I agree with you.
I've got a lady, barbarian looking, heavily cloaked person. Then I got two Goliath dudes.
That shield lady looks great.
She does
that
look
shield
really
is
cool.
real cool.
It also has a really nice fur cloak.
Yeah.
Snow on it.
Very cute snow. I don't know what you're talking about. Might need to fix our gate slightly.
Gate.
I don't want to be gated.
I walk at a particular pace all the time.
Open threshold. How does this work again? Our open threshold needs to be. Duh. Okay.
I can
Duh.
tell you. I can tell you.
There we go.
I can tell you.
That should be good.
Sapphire and faded jeans.
We don't need our
I hope you
gate
get
to
your
be
cream.
as aggressive when the noise suppressor is like doing better work.
Preach. Do I think that this is a crocodile man? Or is this an alligator man?
It's an alligator man.
Kind
Stick me forever.
of looks like a
No, it's
crocodile.
Wait, which one's the Nile River one? That's crocodile, right? Yeah.
Are there
Alligators.
actually either of those in the Nile, though?
I think they're both in denial. I don't know what to tell you.
Definitely the crocodile.
La crocodile.
Crocodilian.
Man, the fact that this lady has a big, like, sun star on her shield just makes me want to go, like, balls
Play
to the
Leona?
wall, like Lathander cleric up in here. But
That makes one of us.
La Thunder. Or
but I
La
don't think that
Thunder.
that's really going to be that's the other campaign, not the one.
La Thunder.
La Thunder.
Oh my god.
Alright, here's the plan.
Tell me.
We're completely redoing this whole sword.
Okay, interesting outtake.
It sucks.
What? The sword?
Yeah, it's awful. It's terrible.
Whatever you want to do with your own mini man. I support you.
Does kind of stand out compared to the rest of the.
It's just ugly. Like, it's just like this weird, ugly white color that doesn't really make any sense.
Whites are so hard to work with. Eventually, I'm gonna learn.
Look at some here, green.
Eventually, I'm gonna be prepping for Icewind Dale long enough that I'm going to learn how to like actually work with like multiple shades of white in a mini.
Yeah?
I need like an orange.
Orange? Orange, you gonna say bananas?
I need
No, I don't
an
think you can
orange.
say that at
This
all.
orange.
Oh. I have exciting news.
You have exciting news.
It's mini painting related.
Okay.
I ordered custom minis for the first time.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, what kind
Have
of
I
minis?
seen them already? I don't remember.
I don't think I've seen
So,
these.
one of my favorite streamers, and who
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
following
Yeah.
for a really long time, Kuda, has just gotten into, hey, thanks for the stickers.
Mhm.
Also, I can barely see. I'm going to swap these real quick. Do you mind?
You do you.
I remember last time. Hello, thank you for this.
Just let me know if someone pops in my chat.
Yes, I will be able to do both at the same time.
At the same time. Ooh, dark flesh.
Like a soul,
Dark flesh.
like a soul.
Dark flesh.
Hello.
Dark flesh.
Custom minis. Yeah, so one of my favorite streamers, Kudo, who I actually like super admire as a person, just a really cool person. He made Rust, a 3D printed furnace that's about the size of this Coke can. And I looked at it and was like, that's super freaking cool. Can I have one but like the size of this, mini, like a D&D mini instead? And can I have 6 of them? And he paints minis too, so I was like, you can paint one if you want to. I
Mhm.
would like that. That'd be pretty cool. And so he actually got them printed today.
Nice.
And so here's the one in comparison to his that he had.
That's adorable.
And more importantly, here's all. Oh, and also here's him holding it.
Hmm?
That's
perfect.
adorable.
Here's the mini. Hello, Grimser.
Oh, Grimser.
So yeah, he had him 3D printed for me, and here's all of them put together, and here's the one that he painted for me. And so I got to put in my first.
That's he's good.
Dude,
He's
he's
really good.
He's actually really good, man.
It's almost like it feels like he stares at those kind of furnaces an awful lot.
He does.
Yeah, it's almost as if it's his job. But yeah, I actually got to order my first 3D print model from one of my friends who 3D prints, by the way, Grimser. And it looks like it's in the mail and is on its way. So
That's super sick, dude.
and it's like low-key one of my favorite things. I also have three more things that are stream related coming in the mail.
No.
But some of them
Those
are
are microphone related, right?
well, yeah. I got some microphone related stuff too.
You have some secret stream stuff?
I do have secret stream stuff.
Super secret stream stuff?
Super secret stream stuff. I love my stream stuff. Stop it. It's gonna be a day, man. How do I make this color? That's so exciting to support your friend who makes things. Dude, you agreed to paint a bee box. Ooh, very cool.
That is neat.
Also, post that. I'm so ready. Also, cute. Oh, man. How cool is that? Like, for real bees, I assume?
For miniature painting.
I might be, like, for bee awareness or something like that, you know?
Good point.
Just like a mailbox. Thank you for the bits. I'm debating on streaming tomorrow. Stream whenever you can is my recommendation. Stream at your leisure. Don't push yourself too much, but also push yourself a little bit. Push yourself a little bit so that your friends can come out and support you.
Yeah,
True. True.
And encourage you to continue doing it. For real bees.
for real bees.
Furbies.
What?
Boobies.
Ugh.
I had to.
You okay?
No. How do I make this color? I think I literally have to make it tan. Push it real good. I think I have to make this like a white at first, or a tan, and then wash it with like a green.
Okay.
That
seems reasonable to me.
I highly agree.
Girls, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song.
I think probably you'll wash it with a green like multiple times, but starting with that like dirty, sandy kind of tan is where you're gonna actually want to be.
I agree with you. Oh, I forgot I'm not painting a crocodile, though.
Right, it's not just like
Oh
a
my
crocodile
God.
baby.
Literally
It's
a
like
crocodile.
I literally looked down. I was like, yeah, I know how to do crocodile lines.
that's just a person.
That's just a people.
They're just people, man. Bum 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 bum.
Yeah, some
bum,
secret
bum.
stream stuff. And also, just as an FYI, Jamie, they can't actually hear your twerky sounds.
Neither can you.
I mean, I hear them in my head at least, because we're on
Yeah.
a different setup. So while we're up here, they will be unable to hear them.
Mm-hmm. It's a really good color, actually.
So how does that even come about? Like someone is like, you're walking down the street and someone's like, "Hey, will you decorate this bee box for me?"
I think you run an art studio, and you're like,
It's a pretty common like charity team building thing. When I was at the
You look like you
marketing
could...
at the marketing meeting, we made bee boxes too.
Yeah, that's dope. I remember that.
ooh, bees are important.
These are definitely okay. Is it the back of the legs that are? Yeah, it's the back of the legs that are the tender parts.
They get
Yes.
yeah, they get more where they tan green. When they sunbathe, they turn green as they tan. But they don't really lay on their backs very often.
That makes one of us.
I mean, I'm glad that you're not a crocodile.
Crocodile?
Even if you keep trying to make their name cuter than it actually is.
Crocodile Mendelios. Yeah, so alligators are adorable. I think crocodiles are the ones that I don't like, to be honest.
I kind of think they're both adorable, personally.
I'll have to go look. Let me
They
look.
have their moments, but
Alligators are the ones with the short, stumpy, rounded noses, and the crocodiles are the ones with the really long, pointy noses.
I love this color. It's so good. I think might. No, maybe.
Okay, I like alligators.
That
I
makes
think-
sense. They're a little bit more likable.
Are they?
The
I
gators.
think so. I think generally most people would say that they like alligators more than crocodiles.
They're also more southern.
Well, I was doing some face. Oh my goodness! I was doing some Facebook stuff for Winsboro Center of the Arts. Can you read that at all?
Yeah, and was
Okay.
trying to negotiate something with the farmer's market lady, and I saw, and then something covered up by the screen, something about an art contest, and I commented on it. She was like, "For real though, I have one more box, and it really needs one more artist." And her husband is on the board of the arts center.
There you go.
That's cool.
That's dope.
Networking.
They tan green. Is that actually what happens to their skin though? Okay.
But visually, that's
But
what
visually,
happens.
I mean, I don't know. It could be, but I assume not.
Typically, a lot of animals and other things will like kind of naturally develop quote unquote tan lines just based on like their soft spots, and like dogs do it too, right? Where it's like there's parts of the dog that they use more, or that like are more like jointy or whatever, that tend to be a little bit pinker and fleshier.
Danny, what do you use your belly for?
She just tans
Everywhere else.
everywhere else. That's not true. Danny tans her stomach. That's what it is. It's because she lays on her back all the time.
She
So she
just wants
tans
an
peach.
even tan, man. What are we currently painting? So I'm painting a crocodile alligator man.
I am currently painting some barbarian types, a couple of Goliaths, and a kick-ass shield maiden lady.
I'm painting a giant flame underworld devil man that I've been painting for like
100,000
years. But I'm getting close to being done. I really am. As long as I can settle on some colors that I like for stuff.
It's kind of good that we took a break, because I get to transition into painting small minis without all of the struggle of just immediately having painted a whole bunch of big minis.
Yeah.
It's still there, but it's just not quite as profound.
And the bottom of their feet probably don't get a lot of sun, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Do you think the bottom of their tail is the same way?
Yes, I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning about the colorization in the tan lines of a alligator, a fictional man.
You know what's interesting? I think one of the famous Spanish painters that I subscribe to on YouTube just recently did a video on how to do exactly what you're doing right now. But it was on an actual, like, more monstrous beast crocodile alligator thing. Turned out really cool.
I'm gonna go try some yoga for arthritis. I wish you luck.
Nice.
I hope it feels nice emotionally and physically. I will not be doing that. I will be here painting, thinking about
Painting.
Thinking about peanut butter cups for your eggs.
Yes. I think this almost perfectly matches that deer mini that I have in there.
Oh yeah?
When I get up, I'm gonna go grab it.
Dude, mini combos is like the best.
Thank you for the bits. On Monday, I found out I have arthritis in my knees. I got injections in both knees, and now she feels like a superhero. I'm glad you're just now feeling like a superhero, because, like, we've known it for years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that you finally are identifying as such.
All right, give me them browns. I got some leather to make. Why didn't you unmute yourself?
Your phones were popping off.
My phone's been sassy lately. We got the tribe of the Sky Pony.
The tribe of the Sky Pony?
An actual thing. It's one of the prominent barbarian tribes in the north.
I feel that's
There's
like
bear. It's literally like there's like bear, elk, and like tiger and the Sky Pony. And
that's one of those things where you're an ancient, tribe of nomadic people, and you like based your name of your tribe after a myth, which is just like some random Pegasus just like flew over the tribe one time. They're like, "What is that? It is the Great Sky Pony. Let us call us Sky Pony."
I like to imagine that it was like a poorly developed unicorn though, and that's why they called it a pony instead of a horse.
It was like a baby.
The reason why it was seen to begin with is probably because it was, like, malnourished. The one that was left behind. The one that the herd was like, no, Red's not gonna make it. Just leave him behind.
Yeah, the Sky Pony tribe is one of the tribes that is, they're not involved with the Reghead barbarians. They're the black-haired barbarians that are on the southern side of the spine of the world, and like also just like they're the main like barbarian tribe that or like race that is in all of the areas.
Mm-hmm.
But they're one of the like few that actually like spiritually channel and like will actively like there's a really really brutal scene in one of the R.A. Salvatore books where they spiritually actually over channel into one of their like barbarian warriors, and he like basically he turns horse shaped, but like it was still a human the whole time. So like he's just like this super gruesome, like his ribs are tearing out, and like his hands like crumple up into hooves and stuff. Pretty fucked up.
Speaking of animal noises, nay. Honestly, I wish that I could make a good horse noise, like a real one. You know, like I don't know why.
That's not on my list of things that I wish I could do, honestly.
If you could imitate a single animal perfectly.
I kind of honestly like the first thing that comes to mind is just like an owl because it would be immediately recognizable and people would be like, "What? What?" I feel like it would draw the most like immediate attention.
No, sir, we don't sell owls here. What? But somebody told me that you did. Who? Hey, you do have owls here. I just heard one.
Jeez.
Let's see.
Dad
here.
jokes. Am I right?
Tell-
TikTok right.
jokes.
It
TikTok
is a
jokes.
TikTok joke for sure. Oh man. Oh me. Oh my.
And there's a whole dad humor side of TikTok that is very, very golden.
TikTok has done a surprisingly good job of just like curtailing content to just being like age appropriate TikTok. It's like interesting facts and funny stuff.
What's that loud?
More in the bed.
I'm so sorry. ASMR stream.
No one's gonna know what you mean when you say it's an ASMR stream. Especially when you got a picture of a giant like winged devil behind you.
Yeah, it's ASMR. Oh me. Can you hear this?
No.
No, thank God. That would have been intense.
I can hear it. It's intense. Yeah.
It's so loud. Very so obnoxious.
It's like when you yell at the yeast at all.
You stick your finger in it, it goes down faster.
That is very true. Alright. Stop overcommitting, Yuri. I'm looking at this mini and I'm just like, oh, we could do so many things.
Overcommit. Do it.
No.
Do it live.
Are we not live? Hearts in the chat if we're live. Oh me. Why is that stuck in my head?
As one of us said it once. Okay. I'm digging this. I got big plans for you, brother. Want you to know. There are plans for you. How's everybody's week's been? How's everything going? How's life, liberty, and pursuit of gluten?
You know, I have no shortage of gluten in my life currently, which is really nice. However, I'm very tired, man.
Unfortunately, I have a gluten intolerance. You're tired?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. I know allergies has been kicking by everybody's butts.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Allergies have been intense this year. Even I'm getting a little bit beat up.
Yeah, normally I feel like I don't get as beat up, but it's been pretty rough. Pretty rough. But yeah, I mean, streaming's going well. Like, wow, you gator! Oh my god, he just jumped right at me. Oh my god.
Okay, bye.
All right, I don't want to bite Pate no more.
Just throwing your shit
Throwing
everywhere,
a
I
fit,
guess.
man. I'm so sorry for your life. Oh, Jesus. Earlier today, I was on a business call, and my dog sneezed, and the person on the other side of the phone was like scared by the thing and said, and it was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, bless you.
Yeah, I forget the exact verbiage.
Jesus, God Almighty.
Yeah, it was literally like, I don't remember. I can't remember the exact words. I know I've got it. But they were pretty much just like, Jesus Christ, bless you. And I was just like, thank you.
Falling down the emulator rabbit hole. What games are you emulating?
It's been a long time since I actually used an emulator. Colin, you used one for Sun and Moon a while back, right?
I did.
When me and you spent like a week playing Pokemon.
That was a weird week of my life, but yes. Yeah, I played some Pokemon on it. The emulator was okay. Not really quite the same as playing it on a real device.
Yeah, I haven't used an emulator since the 3DS came out, because emulating the 3DS just sounds like a pain in the butt. I would probably do it for like, if I was doing like maybe certain Pokemon playthroughs, but
a PSP one for Persona 1 and 2?
That's reasonable.
Texas Deviant played the Persona games with Axel like a really, really long time ago.
Yeah. He's always cited that as one of the games that he, like, wasn't that Persona's the fighting one, right? Or is that the turn-based one?
They've got a couple different games, but the Persona that's like the most well-known that I know
Persona
of
4?
is the fighting game. Yeah. I don't know if the older games were also fighting games or not, but I know they got a lot of story stuff going on.
I feel like there might be some turn-based ones, but yeah. So no, what I was gonna say was that it's a game that I remember him referencing, like beating you guys up on a lot.
I refuse to play that game.
Yeah.
Because I saw it and was like, combo's cute. This is like Mortal Kombat. And then Robert was like, you don't like fighting games? I'm like, I love fighting games. You just mash the buttons, and then you just do all the things. And then I think he just didn't want to play with me. I don't know why, man.
The only time I've ever played a Persona game was at like PAX or something like that. They had some like gaming stations out, and I played some then. It was some convention that I went to.
I was really, really into the first Injustice when it came out. A really just actually phenomenal fighting game, but I ringed the disc because I knocked over my Xbox while I was playing.
Done that before.
And never went back. Really sad too, because I ringed it, and that meant that I had to buy it because my girlfriend at the time worked at GameStop, so we had it on loan.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to pay full price for a game I was never going to get to play again.
Mm-hmm. That does suck.
Unlucky.
The PlayStation emulators seem to be really easy to set up.
Yeah, I imagine, because for the most part, like, the problem that I feel like you run into with emulators is, like, when the controls are weird or way different, which is, like, why Game Boy emulators, I feel like, have a rough time versus, like, PSP emulator, where you kind of just probably already have a PlayStation controller you can just throw in there.
That makes sense. I can see that.
I think for me, it's kind of falls under the category of there's a PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4 in this house.
Oh, in this house? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I have. No, I don't have PlayStation 1.
We do.
You do?
You do?
Pretty sure.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I have a
it's
PS2
literally
and
in a box.
Xbox 360 out there.
I don't think I've ever seen it, so that makes sense.
And it's like the idea of like we could just play it as intended, like on the console.
Yeah.
But if we wanted to stream it or something, like, I don't know.
Be easier for some of the PlayStation stuff. It's kind of the same thing where it's like the reason that the same thing that makes like Game Boy stuff more like wanting to emulate is because it makes it so much easier to stream. Because like I could stream from my Xbox 360 right now. Like I could just throw it into that Elgato capture card to be totally good. But like if I were to try to stream from my Game Boy Color, I have to like crack the Game Boy Color and also like buy special hardware to like do adapters and stuff.
Mhm.
Like break the actual physical thing open and fuck with stuff inside.
Oh, you have a Series X controller. I'm debating on getting a Dreamcast. What are you gonna play, Spyro? Isn't Spyro on Dreamcast?
I have no idea what's on Dreamcast. That's so before
I think that's
my
the.
time.
I think that's the only one. Or am I thinking
PlayStation.
GameCube?
Nope.
There was one
Yeah,
of those.
That's GameCube.
Yeah, there was one of those weird, like it wasn't PC or it wasn't PC or PlayStation or Xbox that it like had Spyro on it. I'm like, this is the only thing you have going for you. That and I don't remember what
the
year that was.
The GameCube, I feel like pretty much just had Spyro. I don't remember what else was even on there. Sonic Adventures 1 and 2.
Okay.
Yeah, my cousins had all the like original consoles, like Dreamcast and like whatever else there was like that, like all the original Nintendo consoles and stuff. But I never even, I don't think they ever opened them up and played them when I was around, so I had no idea what those games
I wouldn't
are like.
either.
The Dreamcast, I think, is Sega. So
Okay.
it'll have all of your Sonics. Like Sonic's the big one, right? I'm trying to remember what else is Sega. The Street Fighter,
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah. Isn't Rambo?
I mean, Rambo's a movie. I don't know if the game is a.
I'm so mad right now.
Right, I think we all know that Rambo is a movie. Sassy.
God.
Sin
Okay. Shinigami Tensei?
Shenmue and Soul Calibur. Oh, like original Soul Calibur.
I don't know what
and stuff?
that game. I've never read that before in my life. I've probably heard it.
ShamWow is a like towel product.
Someone help.
I like how if it's unintentional, it's just sass. If it's intentional, it's like a dad joke. Dad jokes are just refined sass.
Yep. Where food? No food here.
What'd you get?
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
I can eat it quick.
It makes it really hard to paint when I'm laughing constantly.
Man, I just imagine I didn't even think dirty there. And that's the best part. Is my brain didn't even go dirty route. It literally was just like him massively eating a hamburger as quickly as possible, like ravenous. Like hot dog eating contest.
No.
Oh, please. Okay, if you had to enter a food eating contest, what food would it be? Or if you had to, if someone was like, what's the thing that you can eat the most of in the shortest amount of time?
I feel like those are probably two different answers.
Okay.
Because, like, if I'm entering a food eating contest, I'm not there to win. I'm there to lose as gracefully as possible. Which is like, I don't want to ruin whatever food that I've chosen, or if I do, I want it to be a food I don't care about ruining.
Okay.
Because that's how I feel like if I entered a food eating contest, it would just ruin that food for me. But I don't know. I've never done one before. What food could I eat the most of? I feel like there's some foods that I eat that just disappear. I don't know, I can eat a lot of
M&Ms? Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Wow, wow. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Wow, wow.
Could she not?
It's a
Leave my M&Ms alone.
It's a vocal warm up that you actually like keep going up. And you get all the way up to like where you literally can't reach the top, and then you come back down.
I figured. I just want her to stay out of my M&Ms.
I want that bitch to keep her hands off my M&Ms.
I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of weird, but like, now anytime anyone mentions anything like mommy related, I just imagine that character from that new horror game, the really tall lady.
Really?
Yeah, that's always the person who comes to mind now.
I've seen a whole bunch of cosplays of that new character. And I honestly, I think the thing is like, I haven't seen any accurate cosplays.
Because no one's tall enough?
Mostly, like, none of them look like the same. All the cosplayers I follow, none of them look alike. So it's like, I have no clue what that character looks like. Because they're not like...
Oh, okay. Like, you haven't seen the original? Or
no, I haven't. I have not seen the original. So all I know is that she's got like a black dress and a hat. And I guess she might be busty or not be busty.
I think she has like a cream or white colored dress.
It's either it's either a white colored dress and a black hat or vice versa. Or maybe it's that I think that she's, I don't know. I can't it's I know it's a solid color. At least. And it might be black and it might be white.
She's incredibly busty.
Okay. I think she's got a fat palette like lipstick on. I just don't know what. Like, maybe it's not like overdrawn lips, but definitely has like classic lipstick on.
Yeah, she's kind of got like a almost like 50s feel to it, something like an old-timey feel to it.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the right term.
I mean, I'm not sure.
Misleading you.
I'm not sure if she has pearls on. Maybe I'm making that up in my brain.
I don't know. I never really pay attention that closely.
This isn't going super well.
Looks pretty good from over here, without looking at it too closely. This isn't quite going how I was expecting it to go either, but, you know, we're working on it. Working through our problems. I believe in myself. It'll come through eventually.
That makes one of us.
I believe in you. That makes one of us.
Down there. Hmm. Hmm. Do you have clippers on you by chance?
I don't, but I can go grab them really
No,
quickly.
you're fine. I think I just got it off.
Okay.
I did. I'm the best. I'm the best.
The best. This is so much better than it was before.
I guess I didn't realize how much I curl my finger when I paint.
Yeah.
It's awful. Terrible situation.
Oh, on my back.
My neck. My back.
My neck. My back. My neck and my back. My neck and my back really hurt. My neck and my back really hurt.
So what you got going on, Colin? Westy McWestfield. We've been playing a lot of League recently.
Yeah, I've been playing some League. It's been interesting. I kind of like, so Tevin's been on the journey to get Diamond on his main account. Has been working really hard to do so. Really wants to do it. And so he's been doing like a bunch of like training stuff. He's been doing like watching a whole bunch of video guides and stuff like that. I'm like really trying to put practice and learning into action in the game and stuff like that. So he's and I've been kind of like hanging on for the ride on that journey. And we haven't really been playing together too much.
Yeah, it's like
So when we do like we kind of found that like the games we play are significantly harder when we're playing together. Just because that's kind of how matchmaking works. And then also, you know, other reasons and stuff too. So, we haven't been climbing on our main accounts together at all. I've been playing solo queue on my main account. He's been playing solo queue on his main account, but we've been playing together on our secondary accounts. And, like watching some of those videos together on Discord and stuff. And that's been pretty fun. And it's kind of a nice change of pace to like do a little bit more solo queue. Because it feels a little bit more validating, you know, when you're like making the climb and progress on your own.
Yeah. I completely understand that because I enjoy playing League right now by myself a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But never really get a chance to because anytime I am online playing League, it's like, well, I should be spending time with my friends.
Well, we've got that time block at the start of the day now too that you could.
Yeah, that's for like outside stuff though,
Okay.
and active stuff. Because I'm currently trying to figure out like, I have too many hobbies, and I want to go kayaking, and I want to play sand volleyball, and I want to go on a long like dog park trip or walk with my dogs, and it's really hard to fit that in during the middle of the week.
Yeah.
And so I'm setting aside a time to be off of my computer and away from my electronic devices.
Oh, okay.
And
Thanks.
also to like clean and do the things I want to do to make me feel like mentally healthy in a space where it's like I'm not currently setting out a lot of time to do that right now, so I'm going to be doing that in the future. And also it's like summer, so it's like when I usually set aside time to do stuff like that. In the winter.
Really weird.
Yeah. In the winter I get pretty the opposite of that. Because it steals like my summer vibes.
But yeah, other than that, like occasionally play with Vlad, occasionally play with Vlad and Robert, occasionally play with Parker and Josh, occasionally play with
Me.
you and Ryan, occasionally play with Oreo Mouse. So it's been pretty chill overall.
Okay.
I think things are going well. I also started this Path of Exile League started again, and I'm very, very casually playing that.
What
Last
happened?
time I kind of played a lot, but well, every time a new league launches, usually the first day's got some kinds of problems going on with like lag or getting people through the queue or like bugs in the game because it's like brand new content and a lot of it. This is usually the highest volume of players are playing on day one kind of thing. It's kind of like a new Rust wipe.
That's right,
It's
yeah.
just like everyone floods to the server kind of thing. So there's usually a problem. This time, day one was like the worst it's ever been, where it was completely unplayable. Like I just couldn't play day one at all. So I kind
Okay.
of put it down and went to sleep. And I tend to like
You
Saturday came around and I was like, I could be playing Path of Exile or I could be playing League of Legends because it's Saturday. And so I kind of just played other games. So I'm just really casually leveling up a character. Which is fine, I don't mind that at all. Like I'm fine with playing that game low key casual. It's just something fun to do occasionally.
Okay.
It's not a big deal that this wasn't like a go hard league or anything. Doesn't really affect me much. Those are pretty much the only games I'm playing, other than D&D. I haven't really played with Brian much lately because he's been playing other games. He hasn't really felt like playing League, and he's got a lot of D&D content that he's doing. The game that I was potentially going to be playing in with him kind of fell through due to scheduling conflicts, which was pretty expected result. So not too bummed about that either.
Okay.
I had a cool character that I built for it though, which I'm sad isn't going to get to see the light of day. But actually, I really like that character a lot.
Are you ever going to play it, do you think?
Maybe. It's tough because that campaign, they were pretty far along in it, so I was going to be coming in at level 7.
Ah.
And so a lot of that character was kind of like built with the idea in mind that I'd probably be playing at like level 7. But it's a Pathfinder campaign, and in Pathfinder there's this class called the Spiritualist, and their whole thing is they get basically a ghost pet that they get a bunch of special powers from, and like a bunch of ghost related stuff. Very like witchcrafty vibes. They can
Okay.
like bring the ghost into their head and get special mental powers, or like manifest it out, and like you can like act as an armor for themselves and like protect them, and like they have a bunch of different customization options. But this particular Pathfinder has this concept of archetypes, which is like it's kind of like subclasses, or just replaces normal features that you would normally get and gives you different features instead. And so this one replaced almost the entire class ghost concept with this like ghost weapon that was like a sentient weapon. It's this ghost weapon that
God,
like
you
level
love-
up with you and stuff. And I do love sentient weapons.
Love a man.
And this one was like mechanically built into the class and stuff, and so it was pretty cool. He was gonna be this like kind of cliche like son of nobility from the Far East, like very desert sand vibes.
Ooh, cool.
Like Sultan son, kind of like from this land that, you know, culture is a little bit different, so he's coming to this because that game was going to be very political based. It's going to kind of show up in this almost like medieval fantasy area and be like, whoa, you guys do things weird here, isn't that funny? Very like comedy, upbeat, like jovial character
Okay.
who's just like here to kind of experience the world and walk around and like as he comes of age kind of character.
Okay.
But that was the plan.
And
Very,
that does make me kind of sad.
yeah. I mean, maybe he'll see the light of day in something else.
Yeah, or a piece of him might
Yeah.
inspire.
I definitely put a lot more work into the mechanical aspects than the like personality traits. I just kind of had like some ideas for personality
okay.
stuff, so it's not that big of a loss. But I think I could definitely reflavor that personality into anything,
Something else?
anything
Okay.
that I want to. See, doesn't this blade look so much better? It's not done yet, but I think it looks infinitely better.
It does. It does feat the theme a little bit more.
The plain white, like off-white colored blade just didn't look good to me.
I agree with you. I didn't think the white was where your end point was.
I just don't know how to fix it after that point. I didn't know what else to add. So.
Really? Really? You're really gonna give me 2 bottles of crap?
How's Necromundo going?
You know, so I've only played really like one sit down session. I haven't been able to play feet the them.
I have no idea what that means.
Feet the them.
Feet them, you know?
Feet them.
You know, feed them.
I think maybe it's feel the
No, Grim, you lost us. Feel the feet the theme.
Oh, it fits.
Oh,
I did say it.
It's
yes.
feet the theme. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
so whenever I said it like fits the theme, I said it incorrect. Yeah. Listen, I'm not. My brain is salad.
Listen, this is the Salad Brain Club.
You didn't know? Welcome to the Kloop house.
Speaking of, did you ever watch that like Salad Fingers stuff? Does that ring a bell at all? It's like there's like a TV show that maybe was on YouTube like way back in the day. Had that like creepy guy that was like green colored with long fingers, and he was called Salad Fingers.
No.
Ryan, I think, watched a bunch of it.
Here's the thing. When you said that, I think of the movie Freddy Got Fingered instead.
Okay.
Which is not an appropriate movie. And it has nothing to do with a guy who has salad fingers. Just in case anybody wants to know, please don't. I did not recommend that movie.
Appropriateness is different for every person.
Hey, welcome back! Where we're not going to talk about weird shit.
We're talking about Salad Fingers.
Salad fingers. How's it going?
It's going, man.
Y'all being giggly. I heard Colin talking about sentient weapons. Can't leave him alone for 5 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Also, yours is? Yeah, it's your brain.
See, Ryan, this is just what happens though with like D&D stuff and me, which is that like until I get like the fantasy completely fulfilled, I'll just endlessly talk about it for all of eternity.
Yeah,
which is why like I used to be the person who every time Brian was like making a campaign for me to play a character, I would always like make a character whose goal was to become a lich. Like,
Right.
I've made probably 8 characters that wanted to become a lich.
Right.
Like it never happened, right? Now I've had that fantasy completely fulfilled and in a very satisfying way. So now I never have to think about that again. So my focus has moved to the next thing.
DM tip for any DMs out there: if you're reading through something, just because it says it's a sentient weapon doesn't mean that it actually has to talk. There's actually like 90% of the sentient weapons in D&D don't have a way of communicating.
It's awful.
That kind of makes me sad. Hello?
It's like a Black Mirror episode where that person gets turned into a teddy bear.
Something like that.
I need blue
Bubbity bubba die.
or purple. Blue or purple?
Whew. Okay. I think I figured it out.
Definitely blue.
Ba-dum-bum.
I'll be right
I was too committed to the mini, to be honest.
It's turning out really good. I'm glad that you picked that mini.
I don't know what he's looking at. It ain't my mini, I promise.
I think it is.
Promise. It's actually,
Optical illusion.
yeah. It's just he's got really bad eyesight.
Fever dream hallucination.
He would be the person to hallucinate that we were just like really good painters.
Let's see.
He would be the person who's like, guys, woke up and I had a
I
dream.
entered us all in this painting competition.
Mhm.
Because I know we're all like really, really good at mini painting.
It's so weird that like Jamie's personality believes in us in the same sort of way, but like she would be like, yeah, I did it for fun, and like I figured it would be like a fun thing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like Colin would be like, we could win it. So they both have like the same like,
Same energy, different execution.
yeah. But I think that Jamie would ask us first, where Colin would be like, I believe in it.
I believe in miracles.
Where you from? I'm doing the thing that I used to do, and I'm trying to see if it works. And I know that it worked last time, so I'm hoping it'll work this time. Oh, yes. Now, can I get it?
So,
Also, so there's this mini painting competition. I can't even do it. I couldn't keep a straight face. I couldn't. I literally couldn't.
I appreciate the effort, Colin. I really do. I really, truly appreciate the dedication to the bit.
So close. Yeah. I did an audio check of the stream. Our voice sounds great, but I don't hear any music.
Oh.
It might have just been in a transition period, honestly. We can turn it
Possibly.
up slightly if you like.
I listened to it for a good chunk of time, but also like it could still just be in a transition period.
Stay the course. The song title has spoken. I opened Discord for some reason.
Oh,
we got.
they can't hear it at all.
What do you
That's the stream volume.
Yes, I know. I
Oh.
didn't have it down all the way.
Oh.
Earlier, it was blasting. It was like up in the yellows.
I
Like
just
right now,
started
it's,
blasting.
right now it's probably up there.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Want that?
sorry, you were about to say something, Ryan. What were you saying?
I was gonna say that I don't have any idea or concept of when or where we're going to play it, but I'm pretty excited about the one shot that I put together. That
Dude,
is,
anytime, sign me up.
Also,
What how do
Robert
you imagine?
Robert already completed his character, by the way.
How do you imagine that one shot? Like, do you imagine that one shot as something that would be like an introductory for the characters that would be played in the thing, or is it
No.
like completely
Very unlikely.
okay?
Completely different.
Yeah. Most likely would be a completely just like separate multiversal thing.
Gotcha.
But also like could overlap hypothetically sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think so.
prob-
You definitely
it-
didn't
it-
want it to, though.
It wouldn't be the characters that you guys bring into the actual campaign. For sure.
But our characters could make cameos. Is it like a level one shot? Or is
Yep.
It... Okay. Makes sense. That's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah. I think that as far as one shots go, it's nice and compact, and I'm mostly really happy because the quest that I used as the like baseline is really, really disliked in the D&D / Icewind Dale community.
Yeah.
I really disliked. So getting to turn it into something that I think works, not only like it could work as a one shot, it could also work as still just like a starter quest that like brings you into the world.
Mm-hmm.
And like having that ability to like, or not necessarily the ability, but getting it to a point where like I'm happy with it, and as a quest that I would not only use as a one shot, but I would actually use in the campaign, like makes me very happy because it's a cool quest line, but the resources and the quest that they give you in the book is like boring.
Fair.
Just actively no fun, Sally. No fun, Francis.
Cool backdrop. Thank you.
Thanks.
Want my wing?
I am a Sararak, destroyer of worlds and eater of souls. I don't actually know any of the Sararak's titles. But that does sound reasonable.
I'm nobody. This is definitely just probably like an owlbear or something.
Wow. It's not. Don't let him lie to you. How are you?
What's her name again?
Oral.
That's the only way that I remember it.
She's Aura, the Frost Maiden.
Are you still
It's
reading?
O'Real, technically, is how you are supposed to pronounce it.
Like L'Oreal? The
It's
shampoo for kids?
Like OHREEL is how.
Yeah, like the kid shampoo.
I didn't know L'Oreal was kids only. I thought there was
I
an
don't
adult.
think it is.
I don't know. The only commercials I've ever seen is for kids.
Are you still reading through those R.A. Salvatore books that are set in that setting?
So I read through the Icewind Dale trilogy.
Nice.
I haven't gotten into listening to any of the other like Driss novels because there's like probably like 10 of them or something like that.
Yeah, I know there's probably like 40 to 50 R.A. Salvatore books in general.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's got a lot of stuff.
He pumps out books so much fast.
And the one that was set, the ones that were set in Icewind Dale, there was really only one of the trilogy that was like really in Icewind Dale,
Okay.
but it was still really good.
Bless your soul!
I think they're...
Wait, no.
when I was...
Holy shit! Bless you.
There was some content that I was consuming recently that was saying that there was a whole nother set of books that like were set in that area, something a bit like that.
Potentially.
All up in that north area. I don't know if there are A. Salvatore books or if they're books by somebody else or like Dragonlance books. No, I mean, because it wouldn't be Dragonlance books.
It wouldn't be
but,
Dragonlance, yeah.
like for some Forgotten Realms books that are set up there.
So,
It's highly potential because like the thank you. Like I know Ari Salvatore, like one of the reason that he used Icewind Dale as like a launching off point for Drizzt and his party was because no one had written up there up to that point, so he just kind of had free reign.
so Grimser says that Gundam D&D got crazier.
Oh ho ho.
Is he playing in a Gundam D&D campaign?
I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
That is neat.
I know absolutely nothing about Gundam like lore or setting, other than there's
Sounds pretty
giant
cool.
Gundams and they fight stuff. And I don't even know what they fight.
Actually, just Sailor Moon.
Is it really?
No.
Generally, all of the Gundams are a little bit different and unique in their own way, but generally the theme of Gundam is like the Space Marine military uses Gundams to like do war, right?
Mhm.
And like other people also use Gundams to do war. Every now and then there's like a super special like unique Gundam, which is like usually that like main character Gundam that always kind of looks alike. And then that like usually some like orphans in a war-torn country will come across it and like pilot it or whatever. And then it'll play out where there's the like Empire guys who have their own like super agile versions of Gundams, and then like some other dudes have big beefy tanky versions of Gundams. But it's usually just like kind of war, like war games.
Okay,
kind of
but
stuff.
it's like humans versus humans.
Humans
usually?
versus humans, yeah.
Okay.
Like there was one that one of my favorite Gundam series actually was like one of the weird offshoots where they used Earth as like a battle royale arena for Gundam fights. And
That's
it
a
was
franchise that's missing.
it was a very interesting one. They had like strict rules on like targeting cockpits and all sorts of other fun stuff.
Okay, war is terrible is the basic gist. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's always a character like it's the trope of a Gundam lore is like the main character is always one of two siblings who are orphaned in a war-torn area, and then like Gundams are fighting in the like ruins of their hometown, and then like their brother dies, and then they find a Gundam or join the military.
I'm very familiar with that storyline. I don't know where I got it from, but
Anime?
I'm very familiar with
Mech anime?
I don't watch mech anime.
Anime tropes that have taken from Gundam.
Yeah, probably that.
What was first, anime or Gundam?
I mean, Gundam's an anime, so I mean, I assume that the
The very first anime was not a Gundam. And,
very first anime was not a Gundam.
and all Gundams are anime.
And all
What came
Gundams are
first?
anime.
Mech Warrior, Mech Assault? Or, Mech... There's gotta be, like, no, it's like Mech Fighters. Right?
You're the Mech Warrior expert, Britta.
This would be something.
What is the oldest cartoon or anime mech-related content?
Great question. I could look it up.
I would love that.
Give me uno momento. Gundam was from 1979.
Mm-hmm.
What?
A giant working unicorn Gundam in Tokyo, and it's super cool. Nice.
Mobile Suit Gundam, 1979.
Did you say twerking or working?
Working.
Okay.
A
What?
functioning.
I was like, that's an aesthetic for sure. No one works like Gaston. No one twerks like Gaston. No one drops it.
Page 206, like Gaston.
Okay. Interesting.
What's up?
Hit me.
What you got for us?
Hit me
Master?
with your best shot.
It looks like the first mecha anime was Mobile Suit Gundam in 1979, but the very first mecha manga like written series was from 1940, which was a short called Electric Octopus, where someone piloted a giant mechanical powered octopus.
Okay. I'm here for it.
And then like in 1943, there was a popular manga. There was also a propaganda manga featuring the Science Warrior, who appears in New York, featuring a sword-wielding, steam-powered giant humanoid mecha.
There you go.
What year was that?
That was in 1943, but that's not a show. It's a book series,
Okay.
basically. The first one considered to be part of the mecha genre was in 1956 Tetsujin 28 Go, which was later animated in 1963 and released abroad as Gigantor.
Gigantor. I think I remember
So I guess
that
that would be the first one then. Because that's in 1963 if it was animated and then...
I think I remember Gigantor. Wait, I think it's something else.
Immense mass appeal and inspired generations of imitators. Yeah, so it sounds like that's kind of like the first original mecha animes, Tetsujin 28 Go, in 1963 when it was released in...
Yeah, that's what
Show.
Grim's saying in chat right now. Dude, that's dope, man.
And you want to
yeah,
know
this is
which
like
came
some
first,
Iron
Mecha
Giant
Assault or
shit.
Mech Warrior?
Yeah.
Mech
It was like right in between Iron Giant and Astro Boy.
release.
Very fucking cool. Very cool. Can you imagine being a kid in the 1960s and seeing that and your brain going, I've never seen anything like this before. I want to have a cool suit. Daddy's like, go to work. You're 13. You know, like, stop dreaming about stupid stuff, kid. It never happened.
And it never did.
Wait,
Oh, it's not even close.
what do you mean?
Mech Warrior was 1989,
Yeah.
and Mech Assault was 2002.
I just can't remember which one came out on
Mech Warrior is the first.
first one, which is the one I play. So it's Mech Warrior, Mech Assault, and then Bioshock.
This is
And
Mech
then-
Assault.
Yeah. And then Team Fight
Tactics.
Tactics, yeah. Titanfall 2.
Ooh, Titanfall is such a good series. Good night, Grims.
Good night. I hope you get good sleeps. Happy Wednesdays.
I got great news that I discovered while I was eating. The Critical Role, like sweetheart of Critical Role, Laura Bailey has made a TikTok. And I'm so incredibly ready.
Nice.
Is that the purple whatchamacallit?
She's the one that plays Jester, who's that tiefling with the blue skin.
I think she has purple hair, right?
Maybe.
Maybe? I don't know. I'm not Critical Role.
I don't know what purple.
savant.
If it was, she probably either has like purple or some kind of dark blue style hair. But I don't know if her hair was what you were.
Yeah, it was like hair or skin. One of the
Yeah,
two.
it was probably. I send you a lot of TikToks that use her audios. She's got the like really cool, unique accent.
That's awesome.
That is very cool.
I think that whole cast and crew would do great on TikTok.
I don't know. They're kind of boomers, honestly.
All the people on my TikTok are boomers. I mean, not boomers, but you know, like my age. Or older.
What does that make you? A millennial?
Millennium Falcon.
I think that they have very high potential of doing great on that, but it would require them getting a grasp of the technology, which I don't think. I think they either don't have time or don't have the mental energy to actually do.
That might be fair. Not all of them are particularly Texas.
Oh, Voltron too. Yeah.
Like Matt and Marissa are both like they're both too like earthy grungy hippie to like actually get super into it. They were on Periscope for a while, but that was mostly like more live streaming than it was like making crafted content.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if anyone could make TikTok happen, it would be Sam Riegel, but it would be something that you hire him to do for you, not something that he does on his free time. 'Cause I think that he could construct bits properly and could execute them, because he does like kids TV too, so he like writes and directs kids TV programs.
Makes sense.
I think I go full send on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I
believe
don't
in you.
I don't think that he cares.
Wilson is the best.
Yes, ma'am.
And then we're gonna go back in and fix it afterwards.
Oh yeah, I was gonna look up and see what other series was potentially set in Icewind Dale, because I think that there has been campaign setting in Icewind Dale before.
Well, I know there's some second edition books that are focused around Icewind Dale, and so I think it was when I was looking into that stuff that they were saying that there was novel series around then too that might be interesting to look at.
For sure.
Also, I have that wilderness survival guide now from second edition that, from my experience, the second edition books so far, they're very like, here's a whole bunch of cool lore and like words and shit, and not a lot of rules.
Icewind Dale official strategies and secrets. Oh, this is for probably oh yeah, it's for the BioWare video game.
Okay.
Of course, because I only run content that has been published in D&D video games, or is about to be. Let's see. I know there's one of the main towns.
Wait, was Curse of Strahd made into a video game?
Yeah. It was on the whatever that D&D Neverwinter Nights. It was a DLC for Neverwinter Nights that came out around the same time that we started running it. A really cool trailer too.
Icewind Dale video game thing coming out relatively soon, right? That's what you're talking about?
I'm not sure if it's one that's coming out. This one is for something that's been out for a while, it looks like. Because it's like an old like handheld guidebook.
I legitimately think there's something for Icewind Dale coming out relatively
I know there's a couple of D&D projects coming out relatively soon. I'd believe it if there was a... I know that in Storm King's Thunder, there's one of the towns that gets super fleshed out. See, Icewind Dale Trilogy. Google says Prince of the Apocalypse, but I don't know what that is. People also search for. Books. Set in Iceland. I think this is also a strategy guide.
I literally thought that you were going.
I'm sorry if it's the...
No, please put your hands up. You gotta block it. Not so. How do you do it willingly?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't say.
I'll see if I can maybe find it. I could have been
Yeah, for
hallucinating, so it's nothing.
I mean, there's-
all of us to hallucinate.
I wouldn't put it past me.
There is, I'm sure, plenty of space for more content in there. I'd be interested to see. Because I know, I think that we might have Storm King Thunder. Do we not?
No.
That's a bummer.
That's from the Adventure series releases where we weren't really buying adventures.
Yeah. But I'm probably going to end up picking that up because I know one of the major cities that's in Icewind Dale is like super fleshed out in Storm King's Thunder. Like it's one of the like big cities that like it's the like I don't know if it's like one of the main cities that you visit or like the biggest city that you visit or something. But it's cool that two different reference materials have like differing content on the like different things that are in that town.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of specific characters that I've heard get mentioned that exist there that I'm like, I know that person is absolutely going to be in my campaign and you can't stop me. I don't care if Storm King's Thunder was set 500 years ago, I'll make them a lich. It doesn't matter. I'm about to potentially move the table. Sorry. Something. Just started rewatching Hunter x Hunter. Forgot how much you enjoy it. Hunter x Hunter is a dang good anime.
It is very good.
You guys never finished it, right?
No, I haven't finished it.
Is that one of the ones that's finished?
I mean, no, but
I haven't caught up.
it gets to a point where it's like, man, can't wait for the next season to come out, and then the next season never comes out.
Gotcha.
But just getting to that point is a lot
doing.
that happens.
This was a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just watched Jujutsu Kaisen, which was like super cool. Also really cool because it has like basically the same power system as Hunter x Hunter, which I enjoy. I like that style of power system a lot.
You know that thing I say I'm gonna do every time?
What's that?
Just gonna send it.
I'm gonna buy new brushes.
Oh yeah.
Save these.
And I haven't yet. But I'm at a point where it's getting pretty difficult to do detail work
Yeah,
without having brushes that can actually do detail work.
I feel that.
Because, like, there's just, like, a point where it's like, I know I'm not this sloppy. And then, or this isn't that hard. Where I can clearly see it. And I'm just like, oh.
Are you just gonna grab more brushes from like Walmart, or are you gonna like buy fancier brushes, or are you gonna just figure it out?
I haven't really decided if I'm gonna go full send. I don't think I will.
Yeah.
Because I'm not, the thing is, like, when you have nice stuff, you have to take care of it. Or else it won't last. And I don't take care of my brushes. I never have. Probably never will.
I think it depends on, for me, it was like, do you use more than one brush ever?
No.
If you don't use more than one brush, there's not a lot of difference between spending $3 on a brush and $5 on a brush. But if you use like 20 brushes, there's a big difference between spending $3 on a brush and $5 on a brush.
True.
And like top end brushes kind of max out for mini painting at around that like $10-ish range.
Yep.
So it made it a lot easier for me to be like, oh, I have no idea how this is gonna work, but who cares? I only use one brush anyway.
Yeah, I really only use, like, I use the same size brush, and I use 2 of them at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't really get, more complicated than that.
Trying to use this smaller brush today. It's struggle busting a little bit. Not because it's a smaller brush, but because it's
But something I did do recently, I accidentally picked up one of Melissa's brushes while we were in San Antonio.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, wait, this isn't my brush, right? And I like did like this.
Brush?
Yeah, it was a makeup brush, and I did like this, and I was like, her brushes are so nice and soft, and they don't hurt when they touch your skin. What?
Nani?
So I might, eventually ask her, like, hey, what kind of brushes you got? Whenever I remember.
You know, whenever you remember she happens to be in chat or anything.
Like, it's just... Okay, so now I need like a bronze or something. Didn't even notice. Yeah, dude, for sure. I mean, my brushes are literally dog water, so
Literally dog water.
I've had them for fucking, some of them 15 years, 10 years. And not only that, but there are dollar store brushes or Walmart brushes that, not knocking off like dollar store or Walmart brushes or brands, but like before then I'd put my makeup on with my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a major upgrade for me.
I have a question about color composition and color mixing.
Okay.
So I've got like an inside of the wing and an outside of the wing, right? And so on the outside of the wing, you typically have like more
Tan.
colory colors, you know, and like the inside of the wing is gonna be like a lighter, usually like a lighter color. So I was thinking of like mixing like the inside color with like a light brown or something like that, but I'm working with a red, like they're big red wings. You have any ideas of what I should try mixing the color with to like make it a lighter color for the underside?
So I think the mental separation for me, right,
Mm-hmm.
is like, are you taking a cool color and then lightening it or darkening it with another cool color?
Right. That needs to happen, right? You want to keep
So-
it warms and cools together. And
So-
this red is
Purple and gray will darken and lighten in a cool way.
okay.
Like cool color, like shady, like a pole is steel pole. When it's shaded, will have like purples, blues, greens, grays.
That makes sense.
A wood post, when shaded, will have reds and browns and tans and stuff,
Do you
right?
think this red is a cool color or a warm color? That's the part that I don't understand. It seems so borderline. I feel like I could argue for either.
So, just like with brown, there is a cool brown
Mm-hmm.
and a warm brown. If it leans more towards sienna brown or earthy, then it's warm, but there is a blue brown.
Mm-hmm.
So is that a purple shade? Like, to hold it far away and put the light away and against it, right? In the shadows of the red as it naturally falls, does it have purple? Or does it have gray? Or is it a brown shaded color?
I think it has purple. I think it's a cool color.
I also think it's a cool color.
I think you're cool.
Thanks. Me too.
Is that good for you? Does that feel good?
I don't know. I feel something.
Like, also just put
I probably, it probably freaking says on the fucking bottle.
What? Oh, whether it's a cool color or
It might.
Also, something that
Nice.
you could do is just like take white, take tan, take gray, take purple, and just do little lines and see what you like better. Okay, hold on. I got you.
I'm waiting for it to turn a color that I like. It hasn't hit one yet.
Okay. What's the red?
Maybe this.
What's
Maybe
the
this.
red that you're using?
It's this transparent red.
Like a tan. Oh, this is graveyard. Like a gray. Do you have gray?
That's the gray I just mixed it with.
Okay.
That made this color.
Gray. And
I
where?
have an ivory. I have a cork brown. Probably not orange brown.
Sorry.
Okay.
can I see that graveyard bone you just had?
Canberra. Yeah, it's right here. Can I borrow a blue?
You can go all my blues.
Just like any blue. Give me. Oh, it's already dry. So all this entire palette, except for this one, is a cool palette. Like that's cold, that's cold, that's cold. This is the only warm one.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one that looks most natural to like this would be this one.
What is that?
That's white. That's whatever the pearl
The
they
ivory.
gave me, the ivory. This one's with like
That one just made it. That's the right like color tones, but it's just too dark.
well, why don't you do 50-50? So do like a white and a gray.
So that's this gray that I already mixed it with.
So
if I
add
just
some white
add
to that.
White to that. Tri-color mixing is a little bit beyond me sometimes. I see other people do it all the time, and I'm just like, how did you know that those three colors were gonna do that?
Alright, Priodox.
Yes, ma'am.
What's been going on in your life?
Whole lot of nothing currently. Been playing a ton of Monster Hunter. Set up that one shot. Been just streaming Monster Hunter. Been doing uploading those VODs to Twitch, which I'm really happy, or uploading those VODs to YouTube, which I'm really happy to like have some YouTube content that's actually Monster Hunter related. That's
Nice.
pretty cool.
I think you've fallen back in love, right?
I mean, I do love that game. It is, I think Monster Hunter currently is kind of like greatest of all time for me, like tier of game. Like it is just, it's so good. And I'm sitting here like, because people have been like in the community, there's been a lot of complaints about like there not being enough content, like not being an end game. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, usually when people complain about developers like not releasing a full product, it's like it's a 4 hour long game, and like you beat it super easily, and there's like super clearly story beats missing and all this other stuff, or like unfinished like cyberpunk level of like everything's broken, nothing works. But with Monster Hunter, it's like the people who are complaining about there not being enough content to put 120 hours into the game, and now they're at 120 hours in, they're like, okay, now there's not enough content, we want more. I'm just like, that's just a super like a testament to how actually much there is, even if there's like debatably not that much. But yeah, like I was just like after work, like hanging out. I was with you in a call while you were setting up audio stuff, and I was just like hanging out, doing some hunts with the dual blades, and just like straight chilling, hunting some like low rank monsters or something. I was like, man, this is just like an honest, enjoyable experience, and I'm very, very happy with life. So that's been super good. I haven't picked up anything else on the Switch yet. I did pick up the whatever that Funhouse Games one was that me and you played, where it's got like all the different mini games, and that's of course a fun one. It's got Mahjong on it, which is something that I intend to play at some point.
Does it have like, which kind of mahjong does it have? Is it the like actual
Reaching
mahjong kind, or is it the kind where you like pull off tiles from a giant pile?
No, not that.
Okay, so that
actual Mahjong, yeah.
Sweet. There was a period of time in my life where I really, really loved mahjong, but couldn't find any way to play it and like actually learn how to play, because the only place I could find was like stuff that was in foreign language. And so I was like trying to like learn online and like play it in a different language, and I didn't understand. It was really difficult, but I love that game as a concept.
There was
I really want to play it.
There was a big hit of Mahjong hype on Twitch a while back.
Yeah.
And it started off with Clubhouse games, and then once people kind of got bored of Clubhouse games, there's a mobile game called Mahjong Soul, I think. And it's kind of like gacha-y.
Yeah.
But is also just like a solid Mahjong game, from what I understand.
Sweet. If you ever want to play that, I'm fucking down. I don't know if that's the thing, but I would love to play that game.
Someday I'll actually learn. When I was a kid, I played the not actual Mahjong, the one where you just undo the tower.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking to pick up at the very least like Super Mario Maker and a couple of the other Switch titles. I talked to Vlad the other day about the Fire Emblem game.
Yeah.
He says that it's actually one of his favorite Fire Emblems of the entire series. So
cool.
That's
High
definitely
praise.
going to be that's high praise for sure. That's going to be something that's on my list. Although me and Vlad do have we have varying like there's certain things that we vary widely on, but generally it trends in the same direction when it comes to those style of games.
It's so funny that you're in the same place at the same time playing the same game and have repeatedly, but have differing opinions constantly.
Mhm.
It's literally like, y'all do the same thing, but y'all keep going at it, you know, like whatever.
Well, I mean, because when we were talking about Fire Emblem, we were talking about the Two Houses one, And I was like, I loved that game, and I poured countless hours into that game, and it was super fun. It wasn't quite true to like Fire Emblem, like if I was being, which I think is where Vlad is coming from, where it's like trying to come at it from like a Fire Emblem elitist kind of side. Like it's not as good as the other Fire Emblem games because it's not as much of a Fire Emblem game.
Yeah.
But I loved it, even though it was like kind of cheesy and like dating simmy in certain spots and all this other stuff. But I was like, I still loved that game, and it was still a Fire Emblem game for me. But Vlad hated that game. But I've been looking for, every now and then the Fire Emblem itch hits me, and there's not a lot of good like clones of it, to be honest. That turn-based, there's this old game on the PS2 that I used to play called Eternalize. And there's there's an old style that came from I used to play Eternalize.
Is this a headpiece?
There was a monster. Maybe? Yeah, I think so.
Or is this hair?
I think that it's hair headpiece.
I think it's a headpiece, but I don't know. It's tough. I think you can make a call that it's either skin or a headpiece. I don't know about hair.
I imagine it being like the black, like curly dread,
Yeah,
kind of hair.
Okay,
that,
I can see that.
But like would be a headpiece because it's a crocodile and can't grow hair.
Let him live his life. He's just one
Yeah,
fucking
true that.
dreads, dude.
But there's
Actually
a
just
super old
kills
game
people and builds a wig off
called
of it.
Eternalize, and then what's that super popular monster game that's not Monster Hunter that's in Japan? Dragon Quest.
Oh, Dragon.
There was an old
I
Dragon
thought-
Quest
I
game.
thought we were talking about the what's the other D game?
Anyway, there was before you be sassy.
I don't know. Danganronpa?
No, we
That's-
played it. It was very like it wasn't Monster in a World. And it
No,
wasn't...
I'm Dragon Quest is what I'm thinking of.
No, it's like one word. Me and Robert played it.
Yeah.
We were there. You know what I'm talking about.
I think
And that's
so.
why I'm looking at you.
I can't remember.
I'll go find it. It's not The Descent.
But there was a Dragon Quest game that was an old one that was like Dragon Quest Monsters or something like that, where you basically like it was kind of like a Pokemon ripoff, but you would like combine monsters and like breed them together to make new unique monsters. Like you could, if you breed two
Dauntless.
slimes, Dauntless. Oh yeah, if you breed, that's not what I'm talking about. If you breed two slimes together, you get like a king slime, and then you can breed like a king slime with this like flying wyvern, and you get this like lion with wings or something like that. And that is something that's like adjacent to Fire Emblem games. I've just never seen like emulated properly, and I'm so sad because I love that like theme and that genre so much, where it's like you have like monster taming and like breeding and stuff to where you're like actually creating new creatures when you like combine your monsters together or whatever.
You mean Pokemon?
Cool. Like Pokemon, but if you like think Pokemon, but if you put a Pikachu and a whale lord in the daycare together, it would come out with that one little one that's the little fish with the electric baubles on top of its head.
Oh yeah.
It's like an electric water type, like that kind of gameplay loop, as opposed to just like you just get whatever the female Pokemon was.
Yeah, instead of just collecting, it's also like combining.
Mm-hmm. But that's one of the aspects that came in the Fire Emblem that was kind of dating simmy. There was a time skip, or there wasn't a time skip. There was like a time rift or something, and so the children of the characters started coming through to like help the characters out, which was really really cool. But then you would also have the option of like hooking characters up to like change aspects of their children, right? So it's like, because there's certain characters who are like determined that they were going to have kids in the future, right? And their kids would come back in time to join your party. So if you like you had like Mage Girl and this other guy, like their kid would have blue hair instead of red hair or something, and have like a certain stat line or be a certain class or something.
There's no There's no weird craziness there, right?
No, there's no weird craziness there. Like, there is a dragon girl who's like 9,000 years old, blah, blah, blah. But
No,
apart from her, there's no weird craziness.
Dating sim where you go back in time and meet your parents is just like a weird
I mean,
combo.
honestly, everyone was pretty cool with it. Everyone was just kind of like, oh, hey.
I mean, it's the like, what's it called? Back to the Future style kind of thing.
Like, no Back to the Futuring happens. Nobody accidentally flirts with their mom because...
Does that happen in Back to the Future? I don't actually remember.
Yes. He almost, I think in one of the Back to the Futures, he like almost unbirths himself because he starts hitting on his mom.
Oh.
But I loved that like combining aspect even in that game where it was just like, okay, I know that this character is gonna have like super high like special stats, and usually it's good to like spec them into being a mage, but I'm gonna make them a knight instead.
Do you have any games that were like that for you, Yuri? That growing up as a kid, that you have like wishes that you could have a game now that like played like that, or
The Lion King platformer game. And the 101 Dalmatians game.
I have pretty fond memories of a Rugrats game on the PlayStation.
Honestly, for me, it's more about like... I wish that I had... I wish that I could play card games and board games and stuff. He's cold.
He is cold. He's a chilly Billy.
I wish that I could play card games and board games and stuff like that and play them without thinking about the health of the cards themselves. That's something that, like, as a kid, I was so just like, oh, bitch, right? And then, like, accidentally fuck up the card. Or, like, we were playing spoons in Yara, and I'm like, I don't want to play spoons with my actual spoons now. What if they get bent? Like, what if, like, it's not even that. It's just, like, and then the cards go everywhere, and like, people are, like, quarters on my table, and, like, the stuff that I would, like, would look forward to as a kid. I'm just, like, as an adult, I'm like, oh, but somebody's gotta, like, fix the table, and, like,
I'm reaching.
If you guys are more than welcome to continue painting, I'm gonna call it a little early.
Okay.
This is about as much painting as I'm gonna do tonight.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna pack some of the stuff up.
Okay.
Thank you for hanging out, sir.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. Anytime you guys want to paint minions.
A little bit of a last minute War Paint Wednesday.
Eh.
It was supposed to be a wild card Wednesday, but
It's whatever the fuck you want to do Wednesday.
yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of pushing it, trying to paint. My finger is not liking this.
True that, true that.
He's turning out so good though. Like legitimately, he looks great.
I want to bronze some of this gold here.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have bronze.
You want to borrow my bronze?
Yeah.
I'll have to go find it, but I have one. Unless this is it. Oh, bronze.
Hey.
Nice. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, feel free to try that out. If it works, it works. I don't mind. I don't mind. He's really turning out so good, dude. I think he's awesome.
Yeah. I just don't like this being gold, this wrap and stuff, and like all of it.
Gold.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn it all bronze, which isn't gonna make it a whole lot better, but it's gonna make it better for me.
Make it a little bit more aged gold.
Also, what'd you do to your mini? Show us.
Me?
Yeah.
What's my strategy here? Am I showing you guys or showing the camera?
The camera and then us.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, it might be easier if you just.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to walk up there to show it. Regardless, but we can also zoom and enhance.
I painted his sword today. I highlighted some of his knuckles and cleaned up some of the paint jobs from previous. I painted the back of his wings, and I attempted to start painting the inside of his wings and messed it up real bad. And that was when I was like, I need to stop before I ruin this.
Fair.
But yeah. Mostly I painted his sword in a way that I actually like, which I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do.
Nice. Can I see?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that. I can dig that.
That is cool. I do like it better than how you had it.
I like the back of his wings now too. I don't like the underside, but I'll figure it out.
You want to see me barb?
I do. I really do.
Just 1 second. Almost.
Yeah, barbarian.
No, he's just a Barbie boy.
I'm a Barbie boy.
In a Barbie man. Life in plastic.
I'm made of plastic.
I'm glad we got there.
This soaks a little bit. Sick. That's just gonna be about it done.
Yeah, dude.
Keep vibing.
Coming together nice. Sick.
Eat.
Also, y'all are vaccinated.
Half vax.
I'm a half vax. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really nice.
It is very exciting.
Proud of you guys.
Proud of me too. And you guys.
Good night. Okay.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Good night.
No. You want to see it? Still a little glossy from the wash, but
Also, I love his boots, honestly.
boots came out real nice.
I'm excited to see how that axe looks when it dries. I think that'll be cool.
I wouldn't even see the axe. My brain just completely nice. My brain completely just was like, nope. Only clothing on this miniature.
What have you been up to, Miss Tibbers? I know you've had some Necromundo. I know you guys already talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty chill, man. I've been, like, just hanging out, working, lurking in other people's chats.
Show my camera
Yes.
before
Before you go.
I'll be up for a little bit longer.
Okay, I believe in you. But yeah, just trying some new games. Mostly just low-key working on content creation and like setting it up so that I can make new content or make the content I want to hassle-free.
You've been popping off on YouTube a little bit.
Yeah, I've been posting all my highlights and all my VODs and stuff. And so that it is there for the keepsings.
Tibbers is just like
can't let Paradox be the only YouTuber. We gotta get in there. And then she just uploaded 1 trillion videos.
I mean, I didn't. I scheduled a bunch of videos.
Okay.
Good luck with your painting.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yeah, I think this guy's good to go. I'm happy with how that turned out. Very exciting. And then you have Necromunda, which you haven't had too much of a chance to play, but I know you've been enjoying it.
Yes, I have been enjoying it. It's been actually fun.
I think that I'm gonna show her tonight the
Trailer.
the trailer for the first person shooter one, because I think the first person shooter one is a like I think BioShock but set in the same city.
Very cool.
So that's gonna be pretty exciting. I have a feeling. Ooh. Oh. I don't know what time it is. 5?
Yeah.
Ugh.
You feeling it too?
I mean, I'm a little sleepy, but I'm kind of overall a little chilling, a little sleepy. You know, I don't know. I don't know nothing. Skunkworks gunmetal. We got the Pokebit.
It is right here.
Yeah, it has been really cool watching you go through that, like, going through that process, and you're like, wait, I can't just, like, mass edit the the titles or whatever? And I'm like, nope. Good luck.
Well, it's not about the title problems. It's there's
tags
I can't order them via name.
Yeah.
Which actually just bothers me a whole lot. And doesn't make sense to me still. Like, I don't have a problem setting like visibility or setting audience restrictions or setting tags or setting just like I can still do that like in bulk semi, and I can also like still access and organize the data in that way.
Right.
But not being able to fucking organize it via alphabetical name of the actual thing just actually gets me.
Right.
Does not make sense to me. Like, as software. Like, title is like the main thing.
Right.
For most organizational systems of things. Like, you organize it via title alphabetically.
Mm-hmm.
Like books, movies, etc., etc. So, yeah, it did definitely get me caught off guard. Because I was prepped to be able to use that like as a tool or resource, and then it just was like, well, that's not how this works. And I was like, well, the bomber brain.
Bomber brain.
So if I'm doing that as a like back end project, then or like trying to work on it in the background of doing anything else, I have to use an external organizational like system to help me facilitate uploading like batches.
Yeah. YouTube is very not they're not really supportive of like batch uploads in general. However great the backlog is, YouTube doesn't necessarily love the backlog.
You're fine. But yeah, it's definitely been, I don't know, it's not like the most exciting thing for me. I think the most exciting thing for me is like instead of logging old content, like it's essentially this is just like data entry,
right?
You know, but instead of logging old content, prepping for upcoming or new content or new stuff,
right,
is where I get my happiness, where I get my kicks.
For sure. You got anything in the works that you're currently getting your kicks for?
yeah, I'm gonna start recording some stuff.
Oh,
I got a new
go
mic.
on.
I got a new mic. If you can't hear/see it, it's gorgeous and I love it.
It's gorgeous.
It's a project of its own. Gonna take a while for me and everyone who's around me dealing with it to get used to. But I think it's gonna work out.
Yeah, I agree.
Gonna try and work out some. I think the timeline is all of it will sort of settle out by like June.
That's when Robert's new PC comes in.
Yes. So maybe by the time my follow goal goes up, and maybe by the time that I do my subathon, possible 12-hour stream, we'll see. Then yeah, pretty much long story short, I think we'll be all dandy.
All D&D?
All dandy.
All D&D?
All dandy.
D&D?
Dandy all day.
D&D every day?
All day, every day. Alright, I do have to wait for this paint to get a little bit more tacky before I keep being mean to it. Yeah, that's pretty much me, man. Like, just say it's literally like I've talked to a few of my friends that I haven't seen since the beginning of quarantine, or we've been pretty like we haven't talked in a few years, or just like a slew of people. Like some people I talked to last week, and it's like, Yuri, what's new? And it's like literally absolutely nothing. Just doing the same thing I've always done, on that grind, killing it.
Yep.
Keeping my head above water, trying to stay busy, live life in the moment. All those things. Keep that thing on me. I do think I want to use. Do we have a.
We have a magic erase.
A brush on sealer. Oh, yes. I don't want to set this sucker down. Oh, Lord of mercy.
Do you need like a clamp or something?
No, you're good. I don't. I just need it to dry a little.
It's looking sick though. That looks super good.
I'm gonna try and put a layer between what this is and what I want to put on top of it.
Okay.
And separate it out a little bit. I don't want to blend with any of the layers below because it's not primed, so I want to like seal it and then stack it.
Interesting.
And see how that goes.
Okay. That's gonna be that. That's gonna be that. That's gonna be that. Oh man, every time, dude. Hello, Love Hurt. For the follow. Thank you, thank you. Love Gun Hurts, rather.
Also, thank you for the tip yesterday of like, on your way out as we were raiding, you're like, don't forget to bring your mask. And every time I've like thought about going to Renvera, I was like, oh man, we're gonna have to wear a mask, blah 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 blah.
Right.
I need to find a mask that may go with my
Outfit.
if I wear one.
Right.
I have
Makes
not
sense.
I have not fully decided if I'm going to.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Tired as always. Preach.
You got tattoos under your eyes that say always tired?
Mhm.
Me too, actually. So, how's work?
Scarby requires them. Interesting. That'll be cool to see. I'm ready to see how the fashion plays around them.
I'm hoping maybe I can buy one there. That looks cool.
Yeah.
But oh no!
What?
When do my new ones get delivered? Oh. I know I've got some that are on their
What
way.
day is it that we're going? Is it Saturday?
Saturday.
Nice.
It's Saturday. Oh my gosh, my new mask arrives Sunday.
Oh.
Darn it. Guess I'll just have to use the old ones.
Mhm.
Old stinky ones. It's supposed to be like, you're only stinky because you're breath.
See, I was going to, but then I remembered that you're very self-conscious about your teeth, so I was like, nah.
Yeah, I am. I'm self-conscious about like body odor in general. Like, I just was a stinky athletic kid. And so my family was pretty blunt. And they're just like, you stink. It's like, ugh.
Mine too.
I
didn't
did
give
just
a fuck
practice for
instead.
6 hours. Also, buy your tickets online and save a lot of money. Yeah, we already purchased them a while ago. Hello.
Hello. How's it
How are
going?
ya? Also, sorry, Westy, he cut out a little early. So this is what this space is over here.
Empty space in our hearts.
Okay, but honestly, it's not looking too bad. I think I'm gonna be able to separate it, do some layering.
That's nice.
See where that goes. We're good, man. We are straight chilling. We haven't painted in a while, so it's kind of a rough go at it, like coming back at it.
Speak for yourself.
But-
I'm awesome.
I mean, you are awesome.
It's not true.
Oh, I believe it.
I'm painting small minis instead of big monsters, so
I'm painting the normal minis that I'm not passionate about in the slightest and don't care if the painting is actually bad. And so therefore I spend the entire night on it. Which is, you know, rough. Oh, rip. Hi, Westfield.
noise.
You paint mostly chibis. What kind of chibis? I've seen some really, really cute, like mouse D&D. There's like a line of them that's really like chibi cute.
Oh yeah.
How
I'm using my thumb as a canvas
are
today.
your day jobs? You know,
Doing good. Straight chilling, mostly.
I actually just had a big thing on my stream about it. Either yesterday or the day before, I can't remember. But it's like, I love the company that I work for. And we're doing really good things in the world. It's just super busy. And it's so busy that I can barely exist inside of work. Like there's just not a lot of time. So I look forward to streaming, and I look forward to kayaking and volleyball and painting and like doing all this other stuff so much more when work is just like absolutely overloaded. but I'm also almost like so tired that I don't even feel like.
Don't even feel like doing anything.
Yeah, which is such a weird thing. But honestly, good. I'm super like grateful to have a job. I think I'm ready to show you way back. Super duper. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, I remember that.
Yes. It's so cute. Okay, honest to God. I just need you to dry, brother. Does anybody just have like a little fan? Just like,
Mhm.
They made Marvel Chibi.
Mhm.
They made a Marvel Chibi game.
Cute.
Is it like, I just always imagine when they make Marvel Chibis, they lean very like what is it called? Pop punk, or like, you know, those little,
Oh, like the I forget what they're called. The ones with big heads.
yeah, like in it. The second wave is on Kickstarter. You're laying next to a man. Yeah, Funko Pops. Thank you.
Funko Pops, there
Thank
you
you for knowing exactly.
Lifesaver.
I've rarely ever seen like really good, well done like Marvel fan art that doesn't like lean realism. It's hard to make it chibi and like, or maybe it's not hard to make it chibi, but it's hard to make like a consistent line of them that I personally like. Like, I've seen a lot of good tattoos that are like chibi, Marvel-esque. I think there's a lot of stuff that's like you have to be here for. When I explain, whenever like me and one of my roommates gets in like a giggle fest, and it's like you just have to be there for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to explain that you have to be here for it.
Yeah.
I just recently had one of those moments where me and one of my roommates were like laying on the ground and had our legs and arms in the air at the same time, and we're just like ee, and then like little flipped over turtles, or you know, so yeah. And explaining, I was like, yeah, we were just doing that. And they were just like, y'all are so... Okay, not my best work. I'm so here for it. Oh, this isn't the right controller. Sorry. It's this one. Let me view. Cute!
Very cute.
Okay, also, this is what I mean by like proportionally, it's not too oversized head. It's actually like a cute, he just looks like a thickums Captain America, you know? Actually cute. But at least, yeah, it's good. That was a good, actually. I want to squish him. Yeah, when they look squishy, that's honestly top tier. Okay, here we go in with layering. Hopefully this works.
If it, so much faith.
If it doesn't, then I'm giving up. It's kinda. Dope. What do y'all have going on in your lives, though? So you're gonna paint the Punisher this weekend. Ooh, honestly, out of most Marvel like characters, who do you like, or who do you dislike? That's my question.
Marvel?
Yeah. Iron Man.
Moon Knight is one of my personal favorites.
Okay. Why?
Like, combat wise, sometimes he's kind of like just a discount. He's kind of like Batman, who wears like all white and like just super surface level. Like he just wears all white. He's got a big cape and a big hood, and like uses a staff and gadgets and kind of stuff like that. But when you actually dive into his character, he's like absolutely batshit.
And I love it.
Like-
He's like a
Like Joker
he's like
batshit,
he's
or
like a detective kind of. He has a personality that is a cab driver that he uses to like gather information. He has a personality that's like a TV reporter or something like that. He's got a personality that like is a detective or something. And then the entire time he just actually never leaves his cell at the insane asylum. But also maybe he's like an ancient Egyptian god. It's great.
okay. So do you like the writing, or do you actually like the character?
I like the writing a lot. The character's also super cool. At least the stuff that I've like read of him.
Okay.
Marvel United's core box comes with Moon Knight. Oh. Selling at Walmart, $25. Get 8 minis. Ooh. Make a Moon Knight character in D&D.
Oh my gosh. Also, there's no way that you couldn't get out of the moon memes, you know?
Moon memes.
Do you know that dog, Moon?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh, Westfield actually introduced him to me. I'll have to show it to you later.
Maybe I do. Maybe I just don't remember his name.
But okay, so I think this is actually working the way I wanted it to.
But as far as like the like mainline Marvel people, like Marvel Cinematic Universe people, I'd probably say, let's see. So not counting X-Men,
Okay.
because they're not quite in yet. That's tough.
Let me find a picture. I'm
I think
so
I
ready.
feel like Spider-Man's probably like a kind of a go-to.
For you?
Yeah. Like Spider-Man and most Spider-Man incarnations are usually pretty good characters. They're like sassy and witty, but not quite like Deadpool levels where it can like kind of get a little cringy or get old real quick.
Okay. See, and I like really used to love Captain Marvel, and then they brought her to the limelight, and I was like really hyped about it.
I enjoyed Captain Marvel. Were you not a fan?
It's not that. It's that Brie Larson is an amazing actress. And one of the reasons why I fell in love with her was the TV series United States of Terra.
Mm-hmm.
And long story short, it
No.
is not a Captain Marvel character. Let's look it up. I'm so ready.
He's beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, you don't need it, I promise.
He's beautiful.
He's cute though. Okay, you might need it. Well, whatever DM would let you play that. I mean,
I can just play that character whenever I want. I've had this rolling character concept idea, like taking characters from other franchises and putting them in D&D is something that I super love. I've had this character concept idea for a character that's like the Dark Mage from Final Fantasy,
okay.
and like in order to get the effects of it, like having either a specific kind of magical helmet or a magical mask or just even a regular mask, which is like black wood mask and like a big yellow wizard hat and blue robes, and just like nailing that aesthetic in a character.
You do love painting blue and yellow miniatures.
You hush.
Y'all, if you one of these days we're gonna post our like current collections and like do an updated post. And like I have a maroon problem.
I do too.
He's got a maroon problem, but he also has a yellow problem. You love yellow on your minis.
Yeah.
Do any of you have a current problem with painting? Or like a color, like you look into your closet and you're like, oh man, it's not a problem, but it's like, oh, I didn't realize
Not
how
the problem.
I didn't realize how typecasted I am. That sort of feeling. I looked into my closet the other day and was just like,
You kicked off shits and left on deserted islands often? I do not.
I mean, you admitted you don't like Captain America. So, Westfield's just getting added, man. That's what you get, bruh. Okay. I'm not mad. I think I made the right decision. I think it worked out freaking fantastic.
Have a decent amount of nostalgia and respect for Captain America, but it has nothing. Most of my like superhero nostalgia and respect doesn't come from their actual characters at all, and it's just like I had a Captain America like toy when I was growing up. A marooned problem. Fucking got him. Absolutely destroyed.
Listen, big brains. Big brains.
Big brains.
That joke went way over my head.
Same.
If you want to use the large vocabulary that will land, there's this guy, his name is Texas Deviant.
Listen, there's a different part of the brain that goes into reading chat versus like an actual thinking brain.
Yeah.
So it takes a little while for it to catch up for just about everybody, I think.
I don't know, man. I haven't heard him speak in like less than 6 or 8 letter words in a while. It's like all of his I think it's great. I did it it was so smart. I was so smart. I'm so proud of myself. I was gonna have a ruined mini for a little bit, and then I pulled it through with a tactic I wasn't even planning on using. Think tactical summoner. Alright. Are you also sniffing paint? Okay, wait, you made a character named Big Brain?
Big brain.
Ooh, tell me more. Names mean a lot, man. Yeah, I just got accidentally used it wrong.
What?
So it's true that he uses big words, but sometimes he does use the wrong like terminology. And instead of saying like he used the wrong terminology, he'll say he used the wrong termulation. Like his brain will autofill the incorrect word when he's speaking sometimes, which is like endearing. My brain also does that. Okay, my dude. I'm not mad. I thought I was gonna be mad. I'm so, like, look at it. It's coming together.
Nice.
Now I gotta layer the bronze. I'm gonna finish some of the green, layer the bronze, and then I'll be done with this bad boy. This bad boy. Alright, so you got your YouTubes. You got your one shot you just built.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about, I'm currently chewing on the idea of
Playing some Siege.
of making a more like dedicated video for that one shot where it's like a little bit more condensed and not like me just kind of explaining what it is and like going over how to run it as opposed to just like an hour or something video. Because like I think about that a lot where it's like when you and Colin watched my first video and then Robert was like, oh, that one is like 45 minutes long. No. Now I know a lot of people don't necessarily have the like attention span to stick around for super long form content, which is fine. In most cases that like my YouTube channel won't be for those kind of people.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about like maybe doing a condensed summary video.
Okay. Yeah, when someone sends me a video that's longer than 10 minutes long, I legitimately am like, I have to make time to listen or watch this video in my day.
Mm-hmm.
If it's less than that, then it's like, I'll get to it. But most of the time, if it's not a click and watch, if it's not I can't commit to like doing it unless it's like, hey, we're sitting at dinner, let's watch this video together.
Yeah.
That's when I usually will get to long form content, is if I have a project I'm trying to accomplish and I need to watch a how-to video, or if I'm intentionally ingesting something. Because, like, how many hours was your Subnautica playthrough?
Oh, fucking a long time. It was 45-minute like episodes on average.
And how many episodes?
A lot. I don't even remember, to be honest with you.
And I watched all of them.
Oh yeah.
And I actively like listened and watched them rather than just like letting them play in the background.
Right.
So like I know that I can ingest that content, but like I also used to watch Philip DeFranco a lot, and his videos are quite technically long form.
Did you remove your TikTok? Tried to forward you a ukulele bit.
No, I didn't. Did my TikTok get banned?
Sure hope not.
No. Also, if it's a ukulele vid, is it a guy who goes through beginner to intermediate to expert? Because everyone knows that I'm trying to learn how to play the ukulele, like slowly but casually. And so they've been sending me this one video, and it's really freaking good. And every time I have to watch it, anytime, even if I've seen it before, I'm like, oh, he's so good. He's so good. He makes so much sense, and he's so chill. So I just gotta. Do you ever see something on your mini that you were supposed to paint that you missed? And then when you go to paint it... Oh, I found it.
Can't find it.
You can't find mine?
What? I was just trying to finish your sentence, but you were already on your next train of thought.
I was like, you can't find my TikTok? Shit. I don't know what I posted. Does anybody
you were
else?
doing the thing where you like don't finish your sentence and just like instead just
Oh,
stop
do the
talking.
thing. Yeah,
so I was
that's
like,
me.
maybe you can't find it.
Yeah. I was really hoping that, like, does anybody else have the fear that you have posted something to social media while you were falling asleep and or texting someone when you were sleepy, or accidentally send something to have this fear that for some reason, I don't know why, I don't have it with any other social media platform, like Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Discord, what other one am I on? Facebook. Like, I don't have this fear with any social media platform except for TikTok, that I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna like be sleepwalking and make a TikTok video. Or like or like if I drink or too much one day, or if I'm like really mad and I just like, I have this fear that I'm gonna like do something uncontrollably awful on TikTok, and I just don't know why that is. It's like not like me at all. But Philip DeFranco, a YouTube guy, yes, he's a YouTube guy, and he's got fuzzy hair, and he covers news and world events and stuff in a very fast-talking manner. He's pretty like on the line of like, he's forward-thinking and open-minded, and I think currently still doesn't have a leaning in a political way, but I don't know. It's been a while. I haven't had a lot of free time. We finished each other's sandwiches. Yeah, I mean, when you're around me enough, you know that I like can't finish a thought to save my life. But
specifically, Tibbers will do this thing when she's like working on something where she'll like ask for help, but then stop talking halfway through asking for help, and it'll just like trail off, and it'll just be like, hey, do you know how to do that and I'm like, I'm looking at what you're doing. I probably know how to do the thing that you're asking, but
You gotta ask it. Nice. That goes pretty quick. Nice and easy.
Wait, that's another dude.
Yeah.
Very cool.
This guy, I gave him a tattoo.
Very freaking cool. That honestly looks like not same quality because I can see some of the washing in this guy's armor here, like in that piece. But like actively was like, yeah, same guy you've been working on this whole time. Good night.
Crash. Have a good night.
I hope you have a wonderful sleeps and good rims. Okay. I'm supposed to be bronzing right now. That's what I'm supposed to be doing.
What should I make the like main color of this mini? They've got a lot of like clothing as opposed to like just leathers.
I mean, where are you wanting that? What setting are you wanting this mini
I
for?
mean, they're probably gonna show up in Asphodel at some point. They're good, just like female barbarian. They're gonna be blonde. That makes a difference.
I mean, it's weird because like typically with blondes, like blonde warriors, I'm literally like a sharp red or maroon because red against yellow or next to yellow looks really poppin'.
Okay.
But like at the same time, yeah, you do you, man. At the same time, it's like you could go with, I don't know. It just depends. Like it's like put her in a clan, put her in a group. Like what colors are their totems? Like what colors are their like
I
stuff?
don't think the Regheads have particular color coordination. I don't think they're necessarily textilists. I gave these guys that sort of like wintry light blue on their clothing bits.
So are they hunters? Because the wintry light blue bits are like they're out and about and want to blend in.
Yeah.
Or are they like, are there women, are there men that are dyeing their clothing? Are they dyeing with the green dyes? Are they dyeing it with red dye? Like, what's the feel of like where they come from? I gotta thin this out a lot. Crap. Blue. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Let us see what we can do here.
Oh man. I don't actually
Stay
want to
away
use
from
this
YouTube
brush.
personalities because people take everything they say as fact. I respect that. That is definitely a thing.
Yeah, it's weird because like I used to ingest his content when he wasn't a YouTube personality. It's weird because I am not a very newsy person in general. And because of like intentional like media framing and manipulation and the things that go with the news in general. But he was one of the like refreshing, more real feeling news sources for a really long time. And then I just stopped having time to like keep up with world events and news and stuff. So I don't really know where his channel or where his brand has taken him. So I can actually like vouch. You think your boss is one of them? Ugh. I'm so sorry.
You
Yeah,
just gotta get them set on the right track of
that ain't it.
no, yeah, that's it.
Nope, you ain't gotta do shit. Sometimes
People who take YouTube videos as fact all the time are super easy. You just get them listening to the right YouTube content creators and then you get a raise.
No, for me it's like there are just some people that you gotta hope that they change, but you don't have to be the change in them. You don't have to be the catalyst or the motivation or the enabler. You know, you can
Sure.
just be the person, like, if they're confrontational or if they've got your job on the line, like,
You're working from home, and we had a conference call. My boss said she's not getting the shot because she believes in herd immunity. It's all fine for her, but my son has a heart condition. Yeah, that's it's a little yikes.
oh my god. I actively have a lot of people in my life that are on the scale of vaxxers to anti-vaxxers to people who are very, like, who thinks that it's a government conspiracy, to people who, like, there's a wide range. For people who work in the medical industry that are like, no, stupid, it's just science. For me, it's like, man, I wish that I could make decisions for people. But until that becomes a thing, like, I can do myself and I can control myself and what I can do. And I will do my best to lead as an example. And anytime I'm asked about it, I will tell them what I believe. And hopefully that impacts them in a positive way and encourages them to wear their mask and go get vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this shit won't last forever. So suck it up, Buttercup. Unless it does. And then you know what?
New strain in Texas this week, by the way.
Is there really?
Yeah, there's only like one confirmed case though.
Holy Hannah. Oh, this is, oh god, I'm so, this basic ass mini, I'm so in love with him. I want to give him a name and give him a backstory.
My other boss called her out, and she linked YouTube as proof, and then he called her out on that. She linked the My Pillow Guys news network. Whew. He'll be getting a shot every year from now on. Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be the addition to the flu shot. You're just gonna get 2 flu shots instead of 1.
Well, I don't think it'll be that for long. I think it'll eventually become just like the what's the one that they got in the like 60s and 70s?
Polio.
It's the one that had like the 8 needles at once and left like a half quarter sized
I think that was polio.
Like, and the like same thing with like rabies or tetanus. It might be a 10-year shot in the long run.
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, it definitely depends on like how it evolves.
But I hope it's a 10-year shot. I hope it's a one-time shot.
I mean, even if it's just a like flu shot, then
yeah, I hope it's honestly because, well, flu shots are really hard for a lot of people to keep up with. Like, just most jobs do not give you a time to make a doctor's appointment. Most people don't have GPs. They go to like Care Now clinics and stuff. So I hope it's not like the flu shot. I hope it's when you go get your general checkup every 10 years, that's when you can get it done.
I mean, I think flu shots are like more accessible than a general checkup every 10 years for a lot of people.
But it's
because you can just like go to CVS and get your flu shot, right?
Yeah, but in order to like enroll in public school, you have to show that you have your like tetanus vaccination.
Right.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
And same thing, and once you get to like college age, there's just like a little bit more stuff on it. But like I would put it up there with it does have more accessibility.
She got hers in Mexico and then a scar for life. Oh wow.
Wait, what is it? Which shot?
The big shot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Dude, well, I loved it as a kid. So my mom had one. I keep gesturing towards my mom. So my mom had one like on her arm, and as a kid, I used to like sit in her lap and like do like this. And of course, she probably hated it, but like I it was something that was like really cool. Same thing with like freckles on people, that it's like, oh, I love this thing about you, and it's probably something that they're either don't know or like are feeling insecure about, but I'm like, I'm here for it. I love it.
Mhm.
If you were a miniature, I would put that on the miniature. Do you have anything like that? That it's like unique? If you were a mini, you would have to paint this on your mini? Because like, there's a lot of minis that have your hair that's like perfect. Like, I don't know what it's called.
They're like normal white guy for a lot of things. I don't know. Like one thing I learned while I was doing self-portraits is like if you forget how wrinkly my face is, it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
I got smile lines and all that nonsense.
I have like a few big face freckles that are dope. And then I've got like scars, literally like all like my hand scars. If someone were to draw my hands and not like show the actual scarring and stuff, I would be like, those aren't my hands. Those aren't my hands. I don't know what to tell you. You know, like, because they're so like noticeable and stuff, like, and they tell a story. It's like when you have a tattoo on this fucking guy's head, I was just like, okay, that tells me a story. Like, that guy's got a tattoo across his freaking head like this. Like, it says so much. Or if they got a big scar, like a Luffy scar, or like a Zoro scar, or a Katarina scar, like, let's go. I'm ready for it.
Mhm.
Alright, I think I've got this guy in a decent place.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna do one more little... maybe one more little layer? Maybe not. I'm gonna just seal it and call it a day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Well, I say that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'll do one more thing. But it's also like, I think it's okay, one more thing. It's the same thing with animals, where it's like the markings on the animals bring so much personality to like them, and they probably aren't even aware of it or don't know of it, you know?
Mhm.
Like that they don't notice like scarring or differences, or I mean, they might. Like, I'm sure that would be a really cool test to run, is like put a dog, I mean, is it the nonverbal of the dog that has the scarring and the physical trauma all over their body? Like, is it because they were like put in a fight ring that the non-verbally are like bleh, or is it the actual visual scars? So
I think it's a combination for sure.
because is there a way to show a picture of a animal and then recognize that it's an animal, and to
Yeah.
get actual feedback
I believe so.
with canines?
I believe so.
I wonder how you could
I don't
do
know
that.
about canines specifically, but I believe that works with animals.
That'd be a really cool test. See if scarring actually. Oh, darn it! I have so much paint on these pants, man. I'm working with green, so it just looks like grass stains. I look like a child. Okay. Last but not least, what are you looking forward to?
What am I looking forward to right now? I don't know. Mentally, I'm kind of on like a D&D train. I'm super looking forward to the end of April when the Monster Hunter like first free DLC comes out. Super excited for that. Yeah, I think D&D, Monster Hunter, getting outside a little more. Like, getting some sun, getting some movement. I'm definitely looking forward to a little bit of actual activity instead of just laying around all day.
Hmm. I think this guy's name is like
I'm ready.
it's like Jericho
Oh,
Or-
that's strangely Christian.
or like Tommy.
Hey, yo, Tommy! Get over here! What do you want?
I love it. I love it.
His actual name is like Tom Niatrix or something. And everyone just calls him Tommy because they can't pronounce Tom Niatrix.
Isn't that all characters?
I mean, some. Not all. A lot of characters just end up with kind of like simple names, you know? Like Astra, Rin, Kite. Like, even,
Go this way.
Showed that way. Even, like, Percy, he kind of, like, normalizes his name.
Yeah.
But,
Perseverance is a dope name, man.
he kind of does that, like, tiefling thing where it's like, or the, like, immigrant thing where it's like, moves to white neighborhood, gives self white name.
Which I never understood. Like, just like honestly, I understand the actual, like, as a kid though, I never understood it until I
Right.
took cultural classes. And then it makes sense. Like, but also like name yourself whatever you want, you know?
Right.
But there's just like a point where it's like, man, your fucking given name is so beautiful.
Yeah.
But like whatever you want to be called, man. Alright.
Nightmare Before Christmas music. Yep. This music artist is really, really good. I'm so super glad that we found him.
Kevin McLeod?
Yeah. Saves us a lot of pain too. So don't get copyright struck constantly. My wife's boss name themselves white people names so I don't get discriminated against. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
Like that's
that
a
suck.
theme in a lot of things too, where it's like, I mean, it used to be part of like baptisms too, right? Where it's like you would get your Christian name.
Yeah. Boy, howdy. Alright. I'm gonna do the thing.
What are you gonna do?
Seal them up.
Seal them up. Sure, there's not like one more thing you want to do?
Yeah, ma.
The temptation that I have to like give this lady red hair, it'll work against the stereotypes and bleed into the actual stereotypes that are in D&D instead of my own personal biases.
Why do they look... why do you have the inkling or want to give them red hair?
That's just such a like Gaelic Viking big buff lady with red hair.
I think blonde hair when I think like Viking, even though I know that they're also TikTok recently telling and reminding the world there are definite varieties and more varieties in Viking culture.
Oh yeah. In this situation, the Reghead barbarians almost exclusively have blonde hair. The other tribes of barbarians that are further south have black hair, but the Reghead barbarians have white hair.
So it's just written in the you mean blonde hair?
That's what I meant, yeah.
It's just written in the books that they have that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, obviously there's always outliers, but it's a very striking feature that everyone notices when they encounter.
Which I think is a really cool thing, honestly, because like it's almost off because like
You really don't associate that like wispy blonde hair with barbarians. The Reghead, the Regheid.
So what's the thing with so a while ago, like in the 90s, late 90s or so, like there was a big thing about being ninja and about being a samurai and about like being monk and and there was just like, and it literally was just like a huge reflection of like taking a culture or taking an way of life and being like, yes, I identify with this, and then having it be portrayed or being created in a mass media sort of like in a cool way. Like Vikings is a TV show that came out that was really freaking good. Game of Thrones is medieval-esque and has Viking-esque features about it. What was the other one? Oh, Vikings, the TV show, was a really good TV show that had come out. When Thor kind of hit for the first time, like box offices wise, I think that people like learning who Heimdall was and learning about like more than just like, oh, it's Thor and Odin, and that's like, oh, there's Freya, and there's so much more to Viking culture than just like, oh, here are the runes and here's the person who reads the runes, like weird creepy vibes and shit. Like I think it got more exposure, and I think that's sort of like where it's coming from. Also, there's this like weird almost Pepe the Frog association, but like more than that with like Viking culture and racism for like white people. What is it called?
There's a very big white supremacist factor. What the hell is going on? Yeah, I mean, like there's a very big like white supremacist movement that is also like identifying as Vikings because it's like cooler and easier than identifying as skinheads in their minds, but like those are just pieces of shit people being pieces of shit.
Yeah, it's really messed up, but it's not cool, and it's not really like, it doesn't really have anything to do with it, but I think they just
Yeah, it's
they're
just a
cool.
big, definitely a big pop culture thing that's been going on in the works. I don't really know. He's just like the skinhead singing Vikings are cool. Yeah, basically.
And I can't.
There's a certain appeal to certain groups of people about like violent, large white men who potentially own slaves. Pretty cool to certain people. Other people are like, yeah, that part's really unfortunate.
Honestly, my favorite part is when they realize you don't have to be white to be Viking.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. Also, I've never used this one. use it
Ding.
today. We gonna use it today. Hey, we
Hey.
gonna use it today.
Hey.
Oh.
It. Oh. Okay, I think that she's just about ready
life.
for the good old wash and send. I cannot read. Help.
Okay.
My eyes are stopping
Yeah, it's pretty
working.
unfortunate. Similar to nice guys liking samurai culture, really wait. Similar to nice guys liking samurai culture really messes with how the cultures are portrayed.
Yeah.
What is quote unquote nice guys?
Like weebs. Like the fedora tip milady sort of dudes.
Ah, okay.
I need.
Yeah, I told my nephew that. Just remember. Oh. Yeah, so I mean, I think that's kind of how, like, if you look far enough back in any culture, in anything that had power, they usually took power away from something else. Anything that has major rooted culture that still exists today, that is well known in second and third world countries, usually is because they were the victors of something violent.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, a lot of people blend like Irish and Viking stuff a lot, and like Irish and Scottish and Viking and all that like blends together super strong. That's why I specifically said like the red hair association with like Gaelic things, like because those things aesthetically in fantasy and stuff like that, they just are basically synonymous in a lot of situations, even though the actual cultures when you get down into them are like vastly different and even opposed in some situations.
Yeah, it's kind of like also it can be rooted all sort of like together, where it's like Haitian people are not necessarily like, they're not from Africa, they're from Haiti, right? And there's like a line where people who are Mexican don't like being called Ecuadorian or Puerto Rican or Dominican. It's because they actually all have like these very individual cultures. They have things that are in common for sure, and history that falls in line, but there's a sensitivity around certain cultures and like things that are important that they hold on to. You know, like
it's sort of like thinking about
don't
Germanic
call my wife
tribes.
Spanish. That is a thing, yeah. Like if they're also even in like in actual Spain, like there's people who identify as being Spanish, and then there are subsect regional like cultures that they don't identify as being Spanish. I'm Catalan. I'm from Catalonia. I speak Catalan. Like I'm not Spanish. I'm Catalan, which is like, they know that they're a Spanish resident. Like they know that they live in Spain, but that's not how they identify and don't want to be, you know. But it's a lot.
Thing.
It's a whole thing. I usually use Nordic, yeah. And that's the same thing with like white people. Like people will say white people, and I'm just like, but I'm Cajun. And I thought that my whole life. And people are like, yeah, but you're just white though. And I'm like, so you eat etouffee and gumbo? And you think Tony Cacciatore's is like your uncle? And Santa rode in on gators every Christmas? No, you didn't believe that as a kid. Okay, all right. Well, I mean, we're our skin color is close enough, right? All right, cool.
That was a really fun concept that I listened to the other day that was talking about how the term whiteness in regards to race is an inherently racist idea, basically because like if something is white but it's 1% something else, then it stops being white, is like a huge white supremacist like 14 words sort of thing. And so like the concept of like whiteness and like its association with like purity and all this other bullshit is just like a super indoctrinated like racist white supremacist thing. And it's like, yeah, I mean that kind of makes sense like white's not a race. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Listen, here in a couple years, when I say a couple years, it's probably like is right before the world's gonna blow up.
Oh yeah.
All of us are gonna look the same.
Hmm.
I just have a
It's
hunch.
like a white supremacist worst nightmare.
I love it. Okay, honestly, she's kind of a babe. Also, her hair is so thick. She's rocking a big
It's a
bun.
big bun.
I like big buns, and I can't. Oh wait, that's. Okay. She says that they're conquerors and ruined.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Coulter is dope. Coulter is dope, my dude. That mini's real good. Which his mini, it's so good. It really is a thing though. They should just call it. They really should just call it something else, like eating the rich.
Yeah, something like that. Oh no, I got
Alright.
stuff all over my arm. Oh, I see where it came from.
Bro.
What?
I think I'm done with
He's beautiful.
Jericho.
He's so beautiful. I like the bits of green that you put on the gold. The like brassy greenness that kind of washed into the gold.
I bronzed it.
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I used a slightly wrong word.
I just didn't get any green on it. I added bronze. Don't be sensitive, okay? Alright, do I color the teeth? Nah.
And notice the angel behind you is your favorite Magic the Gathering card. I think that's
Is
the
it?
art for Descent into Avernus for D&D also.
It's me.
I'm going to begin the wash.
Okay.
Be careful.
I'm not.
Do not
man.
kill
I'm so
yourself.
old.
Are you gonna trash off your mini?
I'm gonna do the thing. I don't know if it'll work though.
Oh yeah. If only there was someone over here who could magically press the button to make it work. Bonk.
Oh,
Bring it in.
oh. I don't know if it's gonna do the thing that I want it to.
It's currently. Well, it's also green, so you're gonna have some trouble.
Oh shit! It is green.
We'll be taking pictures.
Um,
But the mini itself is super cool. It's gonna be hard to see details up there anyway because we don't have any light behind that camera.
he's kind of cute. Yeah.
He's adorable.
Sorry, I made a green mini today.
I don't think you gotta be sorry. Oh crap! I gotta dry brush this guy first. Duh! Of course you gotta dry brush him. We got a little trio of barbarians. Although, technically, the Goliaths and the Reghead barbarians are very different groups of people, and you should acknowledge that. Just because they're all barbarians, and just because they all live in the icy tundra, doesn't mean that they're the same people.
There you go.
Nice.
He's got a little base. I'm just gonna glue him into that base. You know,
You're not. You should do it right now while you still got the motivation to do it.
I am. I'm about to do it right now. Before I
There's the
forget.
dry brush.
Yeah.
And
You're so into icy Wendales.
listen, man, I'm doing my best over here to get it mentally
I guess we could
rocking.
see like
I spent like two years thinking about nothing but vampires and gothic horror. All right,
yeah, now what? Now what happened?
now it's ice and
Oh wait,
frozen horror.
I just put Collins somewhere. I will sit back down so I can see. I got ice in my veins, blood in my eyes, hate in my heart. Here's yours. See the sunshine. Okay, the background photo is a cover of 3 different D&D adventurer books: Tomb of Annihilation, Descent into Avernus, and Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Yep.
Same publishers of Magic the Gathering, so lots of similarities. Baldur's Gate image, that cover. Oh my god, my fucking brain just literally turned around to take a look at it.
That's funny.
Oh, 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 I need it. Oh my gosh. I promise it's not here. Oh. Oh man, that made me so happy.
Mhm.
Just as a human. Oh man, I gotta take pictures. I forgot.
It's gonna be good.
Okay, that fur looks really good. Oh,
I specifically built the color that their fur cloaks is off of the reindeer mini that I got from Icewind Dale.
okay.
Hold on. Oh,
This one here. This one here.
will you click the button for me?
Yeah, where is the button? This one?
Yep. Let's see here if this will come through. We got a couple of nice El Clasico Barbarian buddies. Oh, she's like half invisible, but she's a really, really kick-ass mini. And this guy. And so I built, I mixed this color that their cloak is to be specific. This guy's got a little bit more variance in his fur, but this is a mini that I got from the Icewind Dale kit, and it has that same kind of color brown. Which actually, I think worked a little interesting.
Huh.
So, you want to wrap us up? Send us off?
Yeah, I want to go see who we can raid.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we'll be posting some more detailed pictures of these minis
Yeah, we'll be posting stuff on Discord.
in Discord.
Oh, not tonight, but tomorrow.
Or the next day, or
Someday.
the day after that, or perhaps the next day. Honestly, I want to go raid someone who's like super creative. Let's do it. So ready.
Just click the super creative category.
Like, I just don't know what category that could possibly be. Wow, wow, wow. Hey, actually, wait, let me make sure. Oh, it's a movie. Oh, he's watching a movie tonight. Darn it. So there's this guy who does D&D streams and stuff, and I wanted to raid him, but he's watching a movie currently. Darn it. If you guys have a guide the raid, let me know. Dungeons. Not Dungeons and Dragons. Makers and crafting. I guess we get to find a new friend. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
3D printing.
See a guy making Lego. Here's a lady who's doing some stitching. Gunpla.
Who do we want to hang out with?
I don't know, it's totally up to you, brother.
Apple crafts. Ooh, diamond painting.
Probably pull the trigger here pretty soon.
Okay, yeah, making resin dice.
Cool.
That's it. I'm gonna go see this guy pouring resin dice. I'm here for it.
What's the
So,
name?
it is human, Lizastr. Lizaster. Human Lizaster. That makes sense.
You want to get it typed up on your screen?
Yeah, I definitely do. The boom, boom, pow, pow, boom, 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 pow. Yeah, we'll post them in Discord. If you guys wouldn't mind hanging out while we raid and send these guys some love, because streaming can be lonely and can be, you know, it can, dude, especially makers and crafting, it can be so hit or miss on like how you're feeling that day creatively. So like giving someone some love and some cool funny emotes is like really dope, and we're here for it. What do you do then? Human? Liz?
Lizzie,
Aster?
T-E-R.
Alright. I'm ready when you are.
I am also ready. But I can't actually
yeah.
send it from my phone for some reason. Oh,
On yours?
yeah, I can't send mine, but mine will send automatically
Okay.
shortly.
Alright, y'all.
We'll send it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Like, it's like a chance. It's like a gamble. Speaking of raids, welcome. That's so funny. We were just talking about raids and how I don't know how to do them. Perfect timing. Okay, now wait a minute. I get a feeling that this was timed, considering I was just talking about raiding. I don't have a shout out command, Maggie.